I want to take a second to recognize our isolated player of the game tonight. We've settled on a guy who is going to be all over the field tonight, Ben, playing new positions, may even play some offensive line for the first time in probably a long time. Is going to be senior number 24, Malaki Asher.
You know, Malaki is he's really kind of found a role on offense that, you know, it really – it's just kind of a jack of all, trades, master of none, sort of a, Swiss Army knife. I don't know how many knife metaphors I can make, but I mean, he's, he does everything, well. And, so we had talked earlier that really what he kind of does in the running game, he's basically a glorified guard that's eligible to catch the ball.
And does.
And he does. And he's got good hands, and he's got some receptions. Tonight he may go more not being eligible to catch the pass. We're just going to have to wait and see how the shuffling goes about. And,
he's come on at the, he didn't play a lot non-conference wise, but as conference came in, he's played more and more defensive end for Coach Brumfield and getting looks in that way, and has played extremely well at that too. So he's a both sides of the ball kind of guy. He's the guy up on kick coverage who's recovered, one or two onside kicks. I mean, he's a guy that rarely leaves the field, and look to have a big game from him tonight.
Yeah, and it's just a real testament to, the effort that he's put in, that he's willing to do. He's willing to take on this role. He's willing to take on that role, and he's willing to go at it and fire off. And when you do that, you're going to find the field a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. As you serenaded by the sounds of Ric Flair coming out. Woo! We are.
Well, you know what Ric Flair used to say: to be the man, you've got to beat the man.
That is, that's a perfect way to put
this. And right now, Robinson, defending state champions, no, I guess Arkadelphia was conference champs last year.
Were they? I don't even remember.
Well, anyway, they're the state champs.
Yeah, they are.
So they're the man right now.
Were they the 16-time?
I don't think they've won 16
limousine
state
riding, jet flying.
Son of a gun.
Son of a gun, baby. We are 15 seconds away, according to the clock, as Robinson gets ready to take the field, and Leopards are lined up behind the cheerleaders getting ready to get this thing kicked off on a Friday night, a cool Friday night from Little Rock with the scenic sunset behind the mountains from the top of this press box.
Yeah, it really is a beautiful place. I mean, especially on the home side because you've got the mountains in the background, and we've mentioned the campus, and it's a really, really neat view from up here. I mean, I gotta tell you.
Do they have the horses in the back? Leopards have taken the field as we await the arrival of the Robinson Senators, and I still can't get over the Ric Flair metaphor and how perfectly that fits in tonight. I'm gonna be hearing woo all night, baby.
Yeah.
We're extremely excited to get this game going as Robinson
and here come your Robinson
is
Senators.
Now taking the field. And for those of you who are just joining us, as Ben alluded to earlier, Robinson did win the toss and elected to receive. So it will be that talented Leopard defense we talked about coming on first, and we'll get to see Coach Brumfield's unit.
Yeah, and it's really an opportunity to go out there and get physical right out of the gate. If you're going to win this football game, because this is, like we've said before, the most talented team in 4A, if you're going to win this football game, you're going to have to hit them in the mouth, and you're going to have to hit them in the mouth over and over again, and you're going to have to hit them over and over to the point that they don't want to get hit anymore. And that's kind of going to have to be the key. And we've seen this Leopard defense get more physical as the year goes on. They've kind of relished the contact, and that's going to have to continue. We may actually have to take another step forward in that regard tonight.
Absolutely. Jesus Rodea on as we get ready to bring you this football game. Got RB's texting me. The Rolex wearing. Gotta love you some Ric Flair.
Diamond ring wearing.
Nobody did it like Rick. All right. Rodea has the ball set and way to be kicked. And it's showtime as it's going to go down the left or the right side. Around the 25, now up across the 30. 35 still looking for room. Not going to get past there. Going to be right at the 35-yard line. Robinson will take over from there.
And so, here we go. We're gonna, if you get an opportunity to watch this on YouTube, which I would recommend, when it comes out live, I guess Monday night ish. Then this is a good one to watch because there could be some future guys you see on Saturday playing in this one.
Oh, absolutely. Robinson going to have 1st and 10 from the 35. Going to have a receiver split out to the left and a inside trips here to the right. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Got a man on an out route, but it's going to go through his hands as a big hit was applied by Jacoby Hart.
And, we're going to mention this. That's a Jacoby the Hitman Hart since we're going to stick on with that. But you'll notice, again, the defensive front did a great job of getting pressure. And to the quarterback's, credit, he stepped up in the pocket and delivered a nice ball, but probably had to get rid of it a little sooner and under a little bit more distress than he would have liked.
The excellence of execution is always a great one. Got twins to each side. Give this to the tailback off the right side. He's going to fight forward for yardage. Going to pick up around 6 down to the 41-yard line. Be 3rd and 4 from there.
And one of the things Coach Brumfield alluded to in the coaches show is the ability to get off on 3rd down. So here we are, 3rd and a long 4. This is a time where you really want to get off the field early and get the football.
Trips left, split right. Give is to the tailback. Coming off left side, got a lot of rooms. He crosses the 50, across the 45, all the way down to the 43-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for Robinson.
Really, really well blocked off of the left tackle position. He had a big hole, and you create a hole like that with a running back that can run like that, and that's how you get chunk plays.
Twins to each side. Tailback to the left of Gaskins. Here's the throw. Stick route out to the right side. Going to be just short of the 1st down. Looks like they're going to give him the 34. 2nd and 1 from there.
And they've already run that out route, or maybe a deep dig, but twice. And they're seeing the cushion that we're giving those and the respect that we're giving those outside wide receivers.
2nd and 1, twins to each side, pistol formation, back behind the quarterback. Here's the snap, and we're going to have a flag. Going to have movement on the offense. False start, that'll back up Robinson. Now going to be 2nd and 6.
So that makes it much more agreeable for the defense here. It's 2nd and shorts. Nobody likes that. 2nd and 6, you feel like, okay, we can get the 3rd down from here.
The offensive coordinator likes it. Twins to each side, back to the left of Gaskins. 2nd and 6, ball on the 39-yard line. Here's the snap, looking for a slant route across the middle. Nice coverage there by Braylon Watson, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that was beautiful coverage. He was right in his back pocket and made contact with the ball right as the ball made contact with the offensive player. And I couldn't tell if that was a screen or if our defensive tackles just shot through. I know we were blitzing 2 inside linebackers right there, but the pressure was coming in pretty hot.
3rd and 6, ball on the 39. Twin to each side. Gaskins in the pistol formation, back behind. Looked like early movement again, but not called. Give us the tailback. He burst through the line, now across the 30. Tripped up there. Going to pick up the 1st down, though, down to the 28.
Yeah, it looked like there was some movement on the right side. Didn't get called, and then they ran to the right side. So not only did they get a head start, they ran to the side they got a head start on.
Yeah, it was a rather interesting start to the play, but nothing comes out of it. Man split out far to the right. Inside, tight trips, pistol formation. Give to the tailback on the left side. Going to look to get to the outside, trying the stiff arm, not going on Dante Reed as he crosses the 25-yard line down to the 24.
Yeah, and you can see that, even when you kind of get these backs hemmed up, and this is what athleticism will do for you, you feel like you've kind of got them backed up. They're running parallel to the line of scrimmage, behind the line of scrimmage. They still find a way to pick up 4 yards some way.
Twins to each side, 2nd and 6. Here's the snap. Gaskins looking to throw. 5-yard stick right there. Going to be hit and dropped just short of the 20 by Bud Johnson.
Yeah, I think he actually caught that ball on the 20 and kind of took a step backwards there and ended up losing a yard. So this is probably 4-down territory for Robinson, but you would like to get the 4th down if you're the Leopards.
3rd and 3, ball on the 21. Got a man split out to the left, tight trips to the right. Give this to the tailback up the middle. He breaks through. Now across the 10, down to just short of the 5. Looks like they're going to give him the 7. Will be another 1st down. That's a 3 for 3 on third down conversions there, Ben.
Yeah, and you can tell that they really trust their athletes to take care of business. And when I mean athletes, they're athletic up front in the offensive line. They're trusting the running game when they need 4 or 5 yards.
First and goal, ball on the 7. Twins to each side, back to the right of Gaskins. Here's the snap. Gaskins looks to throw. Going to hit the corner route, and it's just outside the reach of the receiver, incomplete.
That was going to be a tough ball to complete because Dante Reed was right there. It would have had to have been a perfect throw. And in high school, those are hard to come by. It's a good route, but really good coverage.
Had to drop a dime, as the kids say. Second and goal, ball on the 7. Twins to each side, pistol formation. Here's the snap, give is the tailback up the middle. Not a lot there. Going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play.
And you can kind of see a little bit about why they've had so much success running off tackle and running wide. Our defensive ends are crashing pretty hard, and they're crashing pretty hard with regularity. And if you can get outside the end, now the flip side of that is if your end can make a play real quick back there, but if they get outside the end, there's going to be a lot of room, and we've seen that.
Third and goal, ball on the 7. Twins to each side, back to the right of Gaskins. Bring a man in motion behind. Here's the snap, fakes the give, going to be a little screen out to that man. Nice block out there. He cuts it up, looking for the goal line, fighting for it. Going to be short, but they will give him the 1 yard line. It'll be fourth and goal from there.
Yeah, just a really good, get the ball in space to an athlete, and he was able to kind of juke and jive and get down to about the 1. But, you know, here's an opportunity if you're Malvern. You believe in your offensive line or your defensive line, you believe in your linebackers, you get a stop right here. That is a huge, huge confidence builder.
Twins right, split left, up back off the right side. Give us the tailback up the middle. He's going to be short. The Leopards are going to have a huge stop. Horrible field position, Ben, but we'll take it.
Well, you'd rather take the horrible field position than give up 7 points.
You're right.
And so big stop, and you can see those are the kind of momentum plays that Malvern is going to need tonight. And just a really, really good start for the defense. I mean, even though they gave up, you know, a lot of yards, ultimately, fourth down, we had to have a stop, and they got it.
That's the definition of bend but don't break as the ball sits on the 1 yard line as Simmons comes out for the first time tonight.
And so we're going to have a lot of new pieces on the offensive line tonight. This is, you know, a safety is definitely in play. So it'd be very interesting to see how Coach Plumlee plays this to try to avoid giving them 2 points.
Yeah, not the ideal starting point for a new line, but, you know, Twins left, Twins right. Back to the left of Simmons, I believe it's Relaford. Fakes the give to him, looking to throw. He's got Dante Reed open, but just out of his fingertips.
Yeah, and that's one that I think he may have thought that the corner had taken an inside route on Dante, but the corner had actually kind of come behind him. If he throws that lower and a little bit more zip on it, that's probably a completion, and then it's a foot race.
Missed opportunity there on first down. Now it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball on the 1 yard line. Not the good 1 yard line. 7:48 left in the first quarter. Going to have trips left. Asher as a tight end on the right side. Going to be Relaford to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons rolling left, looking to throw. Being chased now as he gets outside. Going to pick up positive yardage as he lowers the shoulder and goes out of bounds at around the 8 yard line.
Really, really good decision there. He's going to give us a fighting chance to get this first down. Not only that, but he pulls it out, you know, outside of the shadow of our own end zone right there. So, you know, one of the things I think that we do well actually is we throw short passes, quick passes, and get him out of the pocket. That's going to help the offensive line tonight.
3rd and 3, ball on the 8. Twins left, split right. Asher the up back on the left side. Got a man to jump, and that will be a first down for Malvern, said Simmons with the hard count.
And you will take a first down any way you can get it. And, you know, we've talked, you know, when we played some of these teams, Harmony Grove, Bauxite, we've talked about some of these teams that want to shorten the game. We're kind of in that position today. We want to limit the possessions. We want to make the most of our possessions. You know, try to save some wind because we've got so many kids going both ways. The shorter you can make this game, the better chance you have to win it.
Oh, and Ben, it's a caller's nightmare here. It's Quince. We got Quince right. Simmons alone in the backfield. Here's the snap, screen out to Dante Reed. And that was well read by the defense as the loss will go back to the 10-yard line.
It was really, really, really well read. And, they closed fast. I mean, they closed really fast. They not only read it well, but then they reacted, and they came in and laid a pretty nice little open field tackle right there.
How do you like the Quince? Hey, we're going right back to it, baby. We got Quince left. Empty backfield for Simmons. 6:45 left in the first quarter. 2nd and 13, ball on the 10-yard line. Simmons takes the snap, rolling left. Going to have to get rid of it. He's got a man right around the 15. Going to be caught. Can't see the number. Carter Martin on the reception.
And, at some point you're going to have to take some shots down the field because Robinson is just daring you to throw deep. They're playing zero coverage sometimes. They're playing with no safety deep. They're playing tight coverage on the wide receivers. They are begging you to take a shot down the field, and I know Plumlee likes to take shots down the field, and so I would not be surprised to see that. See right here, we've got zero coverage. There's no safety back deep.
Twins right, twins left.
There he goes.
Asher the up back on the left side, Simmons alone. 3rd and 8. Here's the snap. Slant route there. Looks like it's caught by Carter Martin.
Be a little short of the first down.
Yep, going to be a yard short as he gets down to the 23-yard line. Be 4th and 1 from there.
And, that's a great job of the defense knowing where the marker is and closing fast. And, to our credit, we did everything right, too. Put it right where he needed to get it, and good catch. And
4th and 1, Leopard showing, going for it. Twins right, twins left. Asher the up back on the left side, ball on the 22-yard line. Simmons tries to get him to jump, no going. And Leopards are going to use their first timeout of the quarter, or the half. I mean, my fault.
It's also the first time out of the quarter.
You're right. It wasn't an incorrect statement, just, not a regular one. 5:21 left in the first quarter. Score 0-0. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett. I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back into Robinson. Leopards facing a 4th and 1. Ball on their own 22-yard line. 5:21 left in the first quarter. Coming off of Malvern's first time out of the half.
Yeah,
half.
And this is kind of a weird spot because you want to come and you want to feel like you're going to try to win, and there's no return man if he does punt it.
It is Hart in the power formation, and we're going to have movement there on what would have probably been enough for a first down, but the whole left side moved early there for the Leopards, which, could have something to do with the new faces we have out there, but now, because of the penalty, probably going to back the Leopards up, and we're going to see Dante Reed on to punt.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was alluding to. That I was not going to be surprised if we went for it right there. We were also in a position where we could maybe quick punt it a little bit in a formation like that, but I was not going to be surprised. You play a team like this, you're going to roll the dice a little bit.
Dante Reed, good snap, kick is away. He's going to land at the 45-yard line and bound to the other 45 where it will be fielded. Now across the 50, the 45, the 40. Going to be hit as he crosses the 40. We'll give him the 39.
Really nice open field tackle by Cole Carey to prevent that return from going any more than it did. And so now the defense is back on the field, and you wonder now what. That was a long enough drive. The first drive was long enough that the offense and defense probably saw enough on, what they were looking at to kind of make some adjustments. So it'll be interesting to see how the offense and defense respond here.
1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line. Going to have trips to one to the right and twins to the left. Gaskins alone in the backfield, looking to throw. Got a man across the middle, and it is overthrown.
Yeah, he just airmailed that one.
Nice coverage by Hart and Reed.
Yeah, that ball was not going to be complete. We had that covered, and that's one that you wish he had thrown a strike on, because we probably would have had an opportunity to pick that one off. And so from Robinson's perspective, that was a good one to let loose.
2nd and 10 now. Ball still on the 39-yard line. Going to come to the line, trips to the right, Twins left, Gaskins alone in the backfield. Brings a man in motion. Here's the snap. Gaskins looking to throw again. Flush now rolling right. Coming back across the middle. Going to go through the receiver's hands. Incomplete.
And, you know, really good pressure. Forced him out of the pocket. Had to throw on the run. Threw it a little low. Wide receiver had to dive. Would have been a tough catch. It was catchable, but
it was.
But it would have been about 3 yards short of the first down, I think. But this is a good situation for Malvern. You want to get off the field on 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, ball on the 39-yard line. Going to have, I guess it's trips to the right, Twins left. Now brings the man in motion, and the give is to him. Going to be a nice play by Keith Carradine, unable to hang on, but holds on long enough for Bud Johnson to get there, and it's just going to be a gain of 3 or 4 there, Ben.
Yeah, and they're probably going to go for it here, I would imagine. That's why they ran the football. But, again, I'll go back to what I said on the previous drive. They believe in their run game so much that when they need 8 yards, they feel comfortable running the football to get it.
Going to bring up 4th and 7. Ball on the 36-yard line. Twins to each side, back to the right of Gaskins. He takes the snap looking to throw, got an out route, and he's got him right at the 25-yard line, where he's going to be driven backwards from there, and takes a big hit from Dante Reed.
And that's the official's fault. That's not Dante's fault. That's not anybody's fault but the official. That ball should have been blown dead long before that. But you can't tell your safeties to not continue the play.
Robinson tried to go hurry up and just were not set at all, so that's going to back him up 5.
But, you know, back to that play, I mean, it did kind of look bad because the wide receiver, he was, you know, defenseless. I mean, there was nowhere for him to go. To me, that's on the official. The official needs to blow that whistle a lot sooner than that.
Yeah, hit about 3 yards back of where forward progress was stopped. We got a strange game here, Ben. We got quads right, split left. Gaskins alone in the backfield as it is 1st and 15 from the 29-yard line. Got a slant route. Going to be caught and gets down just across the 20 down to the 19-yard line.
I think it's pretty fair to say that this is the most balanced offense that we've played this year. They can run it. They can throw it. They can do both things very, very well. And that's going to be a new challenge for us.
2nd and 5. Robinson goes hurry up, give up the middle. Going to run right into a man trying to drive him forward. Not going to happen. Going to get 2. Bring up 3rd and 3. Ball on the 17-yard line.
Well, you know, we've really lived on these 3rd downs, everywhere from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 7, and it's been a battle for us. You know, we've done so well this year getting off the field, and we did get off the field last time, but it took them getting all the way down to the 1 on 4th down to do it.
Malvern's defense brought to you by Bon Jovi. Living on a prayer. 3rd and 3, ball on the 17-yard line. Twins right, split left. 2 tailbacks split to each side of Gaskins. Now screen in the middle. Nicely set up. So he gets across the 15, the 10, the 5. Flag's going to fly as he's down to the 4-yard line. But this one could be coming back for a hold.
Yeah, that was beautifully developed by Robinson. There's no question about that. They had flow moving to the right. And it looked like a screen to the right. You know, they weren't hiding the fact that they were going to run a screen, but they kind of made it look like the screen was going to go to the right of the hash, and then whoop, they bring that guy back towards the middle.
There goes Berman again.
and he was wide open, well played. Unfortunately, they messed up on the back end.
Unfortunately, that yellow hanky came out.
Well, fortunate for us.
It is very fortunate for us. Going to make it now 3rd and longer. Here's the snap, fakes the give to both tailbacks. Now looking to throw. Open. Got a man in the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Robinson.
Just a simple post, got inside the safety, and when you're running full speed and you get inside the safety like that and you get a strike thrown, that's going to be a touchdown more often than not.
It was kind of weird, Ben, and in the way that it was snapped, and it was almost like a lot of people didn't even move, like they thought that there was a flag or something, but nevertheless, touchdown Robinson as they get set to try to add the point after. Kick is away. And it is good.
That kid's got a good leg.
Yes, he does. Unfortunately, they have a good soccer program, but that's a story for another time. 2:43 left in the first quarter. Robinson takes a 7-0 lead on the Leopards. We'll be back after this.
I'm Jennifer Schneigel, Malvern High School principal, and as a lifetime Leopard and a Ready myself, I think it is fantastic that our students have the opportunity to earn the Leopard Ready Scholarship. It combines our Leopard pride and the Ready spirit to help set our students up for success. Malvern High School seniors who complete the honors program or complete 6 hours of college credit while maintaining a 3.3 GPA are eligible for the Leopard Ready Scholarship.
Welcome you back into Robinson here in Little Rock as the Senators add the first points of the game as they lead the Leopards 7-0 with 2:43 left in the first quarter. Malvern had, a good drive going, stopped on a penalty that, we were going forward on 4th and 1, had a chance to pick it up, looked like we might have, but unfortunately had a penalty that stopped our first drive. So got to think, Ben, that we got a little confidence coming back out for this second drive.
Little confidence, and we're also a team that can run and pass, and so, we can kind of take what the defense gives us.
Kick fielded at the 8-yard line, going to get all the way across the 25, going to be down to the 26 where Malvern will take over from there. The point I was going to tell you earlier, Ben, is head coach for Robinson, Todd Escola, is also the head boys and girls soccer coach, so he doesn't struggle to find many kickers.
No, that's probably by design, I would imagine.
I don't know. He does love him some soccer. He's, not only a state championship winning football coach, but a tremendous conference opponent for us and a game that we always look forward to because it's always a close one. Unfortunately, been on the side of many heartbreaks, but we're going to get them this year. I feel this is our year. First and 10. Now ball on the 26-yard line. Leopards come to the line. We're going to have twins right, split left. Asher, the up back on the left side, back to the right of Simmons. Going to go out to the back. It's Malaki Asher. Ball is going to be dropped in the area that's close to a backwards pass, but we're going to rule it incomplete.
Yeah, and even if he completes that, it wasn't going to go very far. In fact, it might have been a loss. Because they were closing in pretty quickly, and I'm just waiting for. Because, again, they're playing cover one, it seems like. They're playing one safety back and still playing a lot of press coverage. You got to figure at some point we're going to try to throw deep. Now we're in cover two.
Twins right, twins left. 2nd and 10, back to the left of Simmons. Simmons takes it looking to throw, now flushed out to the left. Going to slide down for a yard loss back to the 20. Well, I say it was 25, but it looks like they're going to give him no gain. So going to be 3rd and 10 from the 26.
And this is kind of the difference between this defense and the other ones that we've played. In the other defenses that we play, Cedric's going to get, a nice little chunk of yards right there. But this team closes real fast. They take great angles. And they can, you take good angles and you have good athleticism, and it's tough to hit the corner.
Quince right. Simmons alone in the backfield as they face this 3rd and 10. Simmons rolling to the right, looking for someone to throw to, now going to take off. He gets across the 30, lowers his shoulder. Going to be short down to the 33-yard line. Looking at maybe 4th and 3 here.
You can tell we're really trying to protect that offensive line with a lot of new pieces. We're moving the pocket to the right. Actually, we're just sprinting out past the pocket, kind of eliminate that as a problem area. We're not really running the football a lot. We're running a lot of short passes when we do stay in the pocket so that they don't have to hold their blocks very long. This is a game plan that's really trying to, help that offensive line as best that they can.
Malvern faces a 4th and 3 decision here, and they're going to spend their second time out of the half and quarter. So with 1:10 left in the first quarter, Malvern trailing 7-0. We'll be back after this.
Pride is a feeling of happiness that comes from achieving something. When you do a good job or finish a difficult task, you feel pride.
Skylar and I just won a competition in our classroom where we constructed a house for Save the Penguins.
If you are sharing something great about one of our schools, students, teachers, or alumni, please help us spread our Leopard Pride by using the Leopard Pride hashtag.
Welcome you back here to Little Rock, Robinson, as the Leopards taking on the Senators, trail 7-0. 1:10 left in the first quarter. Leopards facing a tough decision here. Going to be facing a 4th and 3. Ben, when it was 4th and short last time, we brought the heavy formation out with Hart and decided we were going to go for it. Be interesting to see what the decision is here.
Yeah, well, Ced's out there this time, so we're going to, well, let's see. Jacoby's also back there, so it looks like we're going to go in one of our more traditional packages, but looks like we're going to go for it. Otherwise, we would have to try to draw them off sides and use our last time out of the half and the quarter.
4th and 3, ball on the 33. Going to have twins to each side. Jacoby Hart going to be to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Slant route to Bud Johnson, just a little bit behind him, but we do have a flag on the play.
Intended for number 8, Bud Johnson falls.
And that's usually a good thing because it looks like it's going to be in the secondary. So it came out so fast. I got to think that's probably going to be defensive holding as opposed to pass interference.
Well, no, they're just going to say first down Robinson.
Guess they changed their mind.
No flag on the play. Receiver
out
of bounds on his route.
That's what they called.
At the Malvern 33.
Dante Reed was battling with his defender over there. I guess they rule he's out of bounds and no flag. So,
be that as it may, there actually was a lot of contact with our wide receiver that we'd actually threw the ball to on the slant.
I think Coach Plumley wants an explanation. You know, a lot of times in those situations, the receiver ends up out of bounds, Ben, because they were
pushed out,
forced out.
Right.
Well, it's still, once you get past the grace period, you still can't have contact when the ball's in the air. Doesn't matter. Nevertheless, 1st and 10, 1:06 left in the first quarter. Ball on the 33 as Robinson takes over.
All right, 1st and 10.
Going to have a receiver out to the left. Twins in tight on the left as they shift out of this formation. Tight trips on the left, man split out wide to the right, pistol formation. Give us the tailback off the left side. Not a lot there. Looks like he's going to be no gain. Nice play there by Trayshawn Mormon.
Yep, and that's really good pursuit, and that's been the strength of this defense. I think is the pursuit and the action and the athleticism of that defensive front. The ability to chase has made it easy on the linebacking core and provided pressure so that the secondary doesn't feel the heat.
Trips right, twins left. Bring him
in
motion, and they're going to pitch it to him on the flyby. Going to ignore the hold, and he's going to pick up 3 yards down to the 30-yard line, where it'll now be 3rd and 7 for Robinson.
Yeah, a guy had a hold of Charles Sanders, and Charles was trying to turn around, but it's real hard to do when the guy's got a hold of his jersey, and Coach Plumley's not happy about it either. He's wondering why we could see it this far away, but the official couldn't see it right on top of it.
Looks to be doing a little gardening over there. Trips left, twins right. We got a whistle here. Stoppage in play. Oh, that's the end of the first quarter. And it is Robinson 7, Leopard 0. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
Welcome you back into Robinson as Robinson faces a 3rd and 7 from the 30-yard line. Going to have trips left, twins right. Gaskins alone in the backfield. Brings a man in motion. Here's the snap. Gaskins looking to throw, flush from the pocket. Steps up, ball's out.
On the floor.
And it was initially picked up by Leopard, but fumbled again, and now there's a pile up.
Gaston scrambles, has the ball.
And it will be recovered by Robinson.
Boy, that would have been a huge opportunity for the Leopards. As it is, it's still 4th down, but, man, you would have liked to go ahead and take control of the ball right there. Really nice strip. I couldn't see who stripped it.
Well, I don't have the number, but it was 55. Picked it up initially and took his first step, and I believe ran into somebody, and the ball popped out from him again. Not enough to establish enough possession where it would have given him a first down. Don't get me wrong, but definitely had a chance to recover it. Now going to be 4th and 7 from the 30. Twins to each side, back to the left of Gaskins. Here's the snap, but we're going to have a flag. Going to be a delay of game, which is going to back Robinson up 5. Now make it a 4th and 12 from the 35-yard line.
And if you're Malvern, to lose this battle right here would be, pretty devastating. You feel really comfortable about 4th and 12, but you really need to get off the field. And right now I'm smelling that meat on the grill, and it is making me hungry.
Fire 'em on the grill. 4th and 12, ball on the 35-yard line. Going to have trips left, Twins right.
Turning into Keith Jackson.
Stacked Twins. Gaskins along the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Now rolling out to his left. Looking downfield, now going to fire. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and the Leopards will take over on downs.
And a huge defensive stand by our defense because, how heartbreaking, because you almost had a fumble recovery. Defense stepped back out onto the field, did a great job of forcing them into 4th and long. And now, if you're the Malvern offense, at some point you need that spark to light for you, and you need to establish a drive. We need to take a snap on their side of the field. That would be a positive next step for us. We need to get over there and give us an opportunity to get some points on the board.
Ignite the pilot light, as you say. 11:24 left here in the half. Leopards trail the Senators 7-0. As the offense comes back out onto the field, we're going to have a Robinson player come off for some reason. They'll make the switch. Leopards look like they're going to be trips right. Asher, the up back on the right side.
That inside slot receiver now he's getting covered.
That power formation with Jacoby Hart in at quarterback. The Wild Hart. Here's the snap. Hart looking to run off the right side. He's still going wide. We got a flag, and he is upended and flipped after a gain of 2. But there is a flag in the area of, there's going to be a.
There's a penalty on. There's a flag on the play. Excuse me.
I don't know how do you call that, a cut block against Robinson. They went low on our lineman.
I'm not talking because I've not seen that called very often. So I really don't know what to say. But it was a big penalty.
It is.
I mean, they walk it all the way out near midfield.
We'll take it. We're trying to follow Ben's advice here and cut across the 50. So now we'll have 1st and 10, ball on the 47. Going to have trips left. Asher, the tight end, on the right side. Back to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Caught by Chase McAllister, close to the first down. He's going to be a yard short down to the 44-yard line.
And so now we got 2nd and really short. You wonder at this point if maybe we go back to that Jacoby Hart kind of wildcat look, or if we keep set in there, but this is an opportunity where you feel like maybe you can give that offensive line an opportunity to pick up the first down for you, because if you don't get it, you still have 3rd and 4th down to try.
Trips to the right. Asher, the tight end, on the left side. Hart to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Got a man coming behind. He does not see. He's going to be drugged down from behind. That takes that 2nd and short all the way back to 3rd and long, Ben.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you could tell by where Cedric was standing that was not intended to be a long hold. That ball was supposed to come out a lot faster than that. And as a result, the offensive line's blocking assignment is to generally to kind of suck in and just real quick protect. And unfortunately, we held on to the ball a little longer than I think that play was intended to, and the backside end got him pretty good.
3rd and 6, ball on the 49-yard line. Twins to each side. Hart to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Now flush from the pocket, rolling right. Going to have another flag down, as Simmons will have enough for the first down, but we'll have to check the flag.
It's in that area of holding.
Got another flag here as a helmet is ripped off of a Leopard.
And it's also apparently in the area of defensive chop blocking.
And also in the area of unsportsmanlike conduct.
We'll have to see if that goes both ways, or
there's a Robinson coach all the way out in the middle of the field. A lot to sort out here.
There's a lot to sort out, for sure. But again, you know, that whole play was created by pressure from their defensive line. I mean, they're getting after the quarterback, and they're still sorting.
Yeah, that's a lot of conversation going on here. I would imagine if I was a guessing man, it's going to be holding against Malvern and then an unsportsmanlike conduct on Robinson.
Malvern and unsportsmanlike conduct against the Senators.
So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the hold when you sort that all the way out. So Leopards take a 3rd and 6 and improve their odds to a 3rd and 4.
And we've learned already that this is probably 4-down territory. You know, I mean, we've gone for it, you know, on 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, and much worse field position than this already today. So you got to think you got 2 downs to pick it up.
After all that, it is 3rd and 4 for
I feel like I just completed a word problem. I was told there would be no math.
I did see them pull out the calculator, so they were having to do a little bit of chemistry out there.
They're not used to Common Core, Ben. 3rd and 4, ball on the 47-yard line. Twins to each side. I love a little teacher humor. Hart to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Now going to tuck it. Not going to have a lot. Well, actually, I say not going to have a lot there. Then kind of has a second burst. Going to be short of the 1st down, but gets down to the 45. And, Ben, we have another flag on the play.
Well, we'll see what the flag is. I think that was a design quarterback draw, but Said sold it really, really well. But with that drop back, but he decided to turn it up real fast, and that ball was tucked in.
Holding on Robinson, going to give Malvern a 1st down.
Which I think was probably unnecessary because, I think that was probably a design draw. I don't know that he was ever going to throw the football, and so that makes a defensive holding call particularly awful on their part.
Well, in the words of dodgeball great, is it necessary? Patches O'Houlihan. Going to be a timeout for Robinson here. 9:06 left in the half. Robinson leads Malvern 7-0. We'll be back after this.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
Welcome you back into Robinson where the heat is on. Apparently. 9:06 left in the 2nd quarter. Leopards trailing Robinson 7-0, but got a little drive cooking here as they've got the ball down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 from there.
Yeah, really nice opportunity for us. You would love to go ahead and tie this football game, and you know, if you went into half 7-7, you'd be really satisfied with kind of the way that it played out. But it'd be nice to go ahead and get some points on the board.
Twins right, Twins left. Asher the up back on the left side. Simmons alone in the backfield. It is a stacked Twins on the right side. Here is the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Got a man through right off the bat. Simmons now flushed. Going to do all he can to get back near the line of scrimmage. We got another flag that flies.
There's another flag on the play.
And we got a face mask. It looks like it's going to be. And, you know, a lot of this isn't us. I mean, a lot of this is Robinson's bailed us out a couple of times with some bad penalties. But you know what? If we score, the only thing that matters is 7 points are going to go on the board, assuming we make the extra point.
You know, I tell my golfers, there's no pictures on scorecards, only scores.
That's right.
That'll place the ball at the Senator 22-yard line.
Ball will be marked all the way down to the 22-yard line, where it'll now be 1st and 10 for the Leopards again, as we're nearing the red zone for the first time tonight.
And right now, the linebackers, that whole front 7 for Robinson is really smelling blood. They are coming in fast. You wonder if we might dial up a screen and try to slow them down a little bit at some point.
Going to motion out to trips left, split right. Asher the up back on the left side. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Got pressure again. Going to have to get rid of it. Unable to do so. No, he's down. You can't in the world call that. This coach trying to run his best 40 time doesn't understand that when a quarterback's elbow hits the ground, the ball pops up, he's down.
Simmons.
And
I give it 5 flat, Ben.
Yeah, and I think we actually might have been trying to set up a screen right there to the left, but man, I'm going to tell you, Robinson's defensive front, I mean, they are coming all out, blitz.
Bring up second and 25 for Malvern at the
And they're just trying to provide no time at all for the quarterback, and you start to think that middle may be open for slants or
quick seam,
maybe angle routes from the running backs.
Second and 25, Twins left, split right. Here's the snap, fakes the give to Relaford, now looking to throw again. Got double coverage as Dante Reed makes an incredible catch. Going to be what was going to be
a catch.
That was going to be ruled pass interference, but he just goes over the guy and takes it.
We'll take the play, thank you very much. And we mentioned it. We mentioned it last week how good these wide receivers are at making catches in traffic. And that right there is a prime example of that. There were two guys. I don't know how. I mean, it's almost like it went through the Robinson's chest. The guy's chest. I don't know how Dante got his hands on it, but what concentration. Phenomenal grab by Dante Reed.
Was quite impressive. So we got men running on late. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Going to have a back to each side of Simmons. One receiver split out to the right. Give is to Relaford. Ball's on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by Robinson. Just looked like we didn't really weren't really comfortable with what we were trying to do there, and just a bad handoff. Never found the. Well, I'm not going to say it was a bad handoff. Just their own 11-yard line. Never connect.
The exchange was not completed.
Yeah,
we'll say that.
I'm not going to say whose fault it is. I'm not going to try to guess that. I'm just saying it didn't happen.
But that's got to be. That's one where you get your feelings hurt a little bit because you have a big-time play, one of the best catches we've seen this year to get down to around the 5-yard line, and then you can't get the payoff at the end.
Robinson will take over on the 11-yard line. 8:24 left in the half. They're going to have trips right, Twins left. Low snap fielded by Gaskin. Slant route caught up over the 20-yard line, down to the 23. First down for Robinson.
12 yards and another.
And there they are. They did something that I kind of thought we might try later on if they keep blitzing their linebackers, using that middle part of the field right behind the linebackers. If you blitz them. If you blitz those backers, you're opening a gap right there, and that inside slot receiver found it.
Here's the snap. Gaskin's running around, running out of time. Now rolling out to his left, just going to lay it up and throw it away. Is good coverage downfield, and the pressure was on.
Good coverage downfield, and that's a grown-up decision right there by the quarterback to not try to force anything. We finally got a little pressure right there, and that's we forced him out, kept pursuing, made him throw it away.
Second 10, trips to each side, back to the right of Gaskins. Here's the snap, give is to the back off the left side. Got a lot of room to run across the 35, the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Senators. But there is another flag, Ben. And Bud Johnson says, come on back.
And that is in the area of holding or defensive chop blocks.
It is a hold, and it will come back. Defensive chop blocks.
You gotta
be prepared for anything. We got quints,
we
got quads, and we got defensive chop blocks.
So, how many times has Robinson really shot themselves in the foot with penalties today? I mean, that was there's another one right there, and we don't know. I mean, it may have been the hold that sprang the big run. I mean, but nevertheless, I mean, it seems like every time Robinson gets a big play, they managed to step in the mousetrap.
I did get Stop the Bleeding PD the other day from the fantastic Malvern Police Department. Tourniquet needs to be involved to the Robinson Senators right now. Going to have trips right, Twins left. Second and long. Takes the snap, slant route again. Going to be caught but hit immediately. Going to be well short of the first down, but it's still going to have 3rd and 4, looks like, from the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and this is, again, here we are. We're just kind of living in that third and medium territory. And unfortunately for us, Robinson's won most of those battles, and then we've kind of had to bow our neck down
Timeout Robinson.
down on the other side.
Second, they have one remaining.
Robinson uses their second timeout of the half. 7:38 left in the first half. Robinson leads 7-0. We'll be back after this.
The Leopard Roar hashtag will be used in all posts between the Leopards and their opponents and all events throughout the school year.
For example, when the junior high football team defeated Arkadelphia last week in football, it was definitely a Leopard Roar moment.
And when the high school boys golf team won district and the later Leopards golf team won runner-up, they could have used Leopards Roar.
We encourage and hope that you use this hashtag whenever you post about events throughout the year.
Welcome you back into Robinson. Senators facing a 3rd and 4. Ball on the 29-yard line. 7:38 left in the second quarter as they lead the Leopards 7-0. What's been a fantastic football game to this point.
And for the most part, both defenses have kind of, I guess won the day so far. Malvern has obviously given up a lot of yards, it seems like, on several drives in the early going, but they've managed to come up with big plays on second down or third down to push back. And, here's one where you really would like to get off the field and give the offense an opportunity to get the football again.
3rd and 4. Ball on the 29. Going to have twins right, split left, tight end on the left as well, it looks like. Well, no, I'm mistaken. Sorry, they ran a man on late. Now going to have a back to each side of Gaskins. Here is the snap, fakes the give to both tailbacks, looking for the same play they scored on earlier. Got a man wide open, just short of the 45-yard line. It'll be a first down, Robinson.
Yeah, and we just didn't get the pressure we needed to get in time right there. That was really kind of, we did a good job of coverage for the most part, but
we took away the route that scored on us last time.
Yeah, but we couldn't get the pressure, and when you have to hold wide receivers that are this good, that long, generally somebody's going to get open.
1st and 10, ball on the 43. Tailback to each side of Gaskins. Give is to the tailback off the left side. Got a big hole now as he gets across the 40, the 35, the 30. Foot race now. Jacoby Hart's going to push him out at the 15. And there is another flag down and a hurt Leopard. On what? I did not see,
yeah,
but
that's Dante, and he looks like he's in a lot of pain.
I'm going to guess that was probably a blindside block based off of the injury, but to be seen. He is able to pop right up and go off the field over his umpire. Nope, it will be a hold on Robinson, and we'll back them up again.
And we dodged another bullet thanks to a Robinson penalty. And
there has been a ton of penalties against Robinson right now.
Right now, obviously, you just hope Dante can kind of shake off the cobwebs and get back out there, because he's really important to us on both sides of the ball. I mean, he's one of those center fielders on our defense, and obviously we've seen the kind of playmaker he is on offense with that big catch down around the 5-yard line.
Mossed, as they say.
So we really need would be very helpful to get Dante back on the field tonight.
Absolutely. As it looks like we're doing a math problem now, we're going to back it on up. Going to remain 3rd down, but looks like it's going to be a 3rd and really long. I don't want to try to count it up.
Just wait for it to pop up on the scoreboard.
17, I'm told. We beat the scoreboard.
3rd and 17 for Robinson from their
Take that.
36-yard line.
Ball will be on the 36-yard line. Penalties been the enemy of the Senators so far.
Yeah, and obviously you're trying to, keep this to about 4th and about 7 or 8, and you feel pretty confident that they'll punt it.
Robinson going to have to use their last time out of the half. With 7:07 left in the second quarter, Leopards trail the Senators 7-0. We'll be back after this.
Daniel Heat and Air provides both residential and commercial heating and cooling services. Daniel Heat and Air is family owned and operated and takes great pride in making their customers feel like family. With over 40 years of service in the Hot Springs and Central Arkansas area, Daniel is ready to serve your needs with certified technicians on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For your heat and air needs, call Daniel Heat and Air at 501-293-0782.
Welcome you back into Robinson here, as most of that timeout was a conversation between the Robinson coaching staff and the officials.
Well, you know, this is the home of the Senators. Maybe they were lobbying for some calls.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what
that pun up there? Did you see that? You notice that pun?
Well, you know, it's one of those deals. If you're a fan of the Senators, then, you know, the common saying, well, look how many penalties there are on us to them. But, you know, if they're committing them, they're committing them. But it's never fun when you're the team that continually sees the yellow flag down and you just kind of instantly hang your head knowing that you probably messed up another big play.
And really good news for Malvern, number 7, Dante Reed's back on the field. So that's a great sight for Dante, obviously, and his health, but also for this Leopard defense.
3rd and 17, ball on the 36-yard line. Going to have twins to the right, split left, tailback to each side of Gaskins. Here is the snap. Both tailbacks flare out. Screen set up. And
they're going to call pass interference and give them a first down.
Well, there's no way that can be pass interference.
And it should be against Malvern.
Oh, he said it should be against Malvern, the announcer did.
He did. If it's pass interference, it's wrong because Bud read that perfectly. And
oh, well, nope. I think they're going to say maybe it may be holding on the offense again, because they are not prepared to move that ball forward right now. But if that's the case, we're going to decline it.
Yeah.
Because it would be 4th and a whole bunch. I mean, they wouldn't.
It is holding.
And the call.
Oh, offsetting penalties.
2 flags, offsetting, holding against the Senators, pass interference against Malvern.
That is not.
Offset.
Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
That is not. That was appease the crowd call, I think.
We will repeat 3rd down, 3rd and 17.
Okay, well, they've had their makeup call. If they feel like they need one, now we just need to get a stop on 3rd and 17 right here.
Well, like you said, nevertheless, 3rd and 17. Ball on the 36-yard line. Just over 7 minutes left in the half. Robinson leads the Leopards 7-0. Got trips to the right, twins left stacked. Gaskins alone in the backfield. He takes the snap. Now flush from the pocket. Going to be hit from behind and dropped. Big play there by number 60.
And that's don't have a name on the roster, but really, really nice pursuit. Really, I mean, we've talked about this defensive front, and they really get after it, and they have, you know, they're fast. This is a fast group. We're not relying on big, you know, I don't want to say doughy guys, but we want those muscular fast guys in there, and that's when it pays off, because you can get a better pass rush with that kind of defensive lineman.
Ball on 34, 4th and 19. Robinson on to punt. Dante Reed deep to receive for the Leopards. Punt is a good one. Going to be fielded by Reed at the 30-yard line, and he breaks through and got a little room across the 50, across the 45, down to the 40-yard line. Nice return by Reed.
And again, you know, we've seen this out of Dante a couple of times. You just you want him to call fair catch, because, you know, that Robinson coverage was coming in quickly, and a guy actually ran right by him. I think he was anticipating him calling fair catch, but
well, the Robinson coaching staff's wanting a block in the back.
But Dante just he's really quite fearless back there, and he's not afraid to catch it in traffic, even on a punt, and got a really, really nice return down the left side.
1st and 10, ball on the 40-yard line. Going to have trips to the right, split left. Looks like Hart to the right of Simmons. 6:09 left in the half. Here's the snap, fake to Hart. Quick throw out to Asher.
Really nice.
Going to get across the 30-yard line down to the 28. Nice play by our isolated player of the game, Malaki Asher.
It is. You know, he's been spending a lot of time in an up back position and doing a lot of blocking there. He was more like playing a wing position. I don't know. He may have been split out a little further than that, but nice to see him get his hands on the ball. Really sure hands. That's the one thing. He doesn't have a lot of drops.
Twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the right side. Hart to the right of Simmons. Simmons takes the snap, looking to throw. Got Carter Martin wide open. He's going to make the catch. He's going to be just short of the end zone. Was wide open, but had to go down to get it. There is a flag, and it looks like it's going to go against Malvern as the stands erupt. Basically, if there's a big play tonight, Ben, there's going to be a hold.
Yeah, you know, I kind of reminded of that Nolan Richardson deal, where he said that the referees actually used to blow the whistle so they wouldn't have to run up and down the field.
Yeah.
They were getting tired, and you just wonder maybe these officials are just there's too many big plays. We got to slow this down a little bit.
Only thing I remember is if he's in a fight with a bear, you better help the bear.
That darn bear.
Now it'll be 1st and 20 for the Leopards. Ball all the way back to the 38-yard line. Going to have twins to each side. Asher, the up back on the right side. Simmons alone in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Across the middle, nicely threaded into that window, complete to Dante Reed.
And, it was a tight window because, he had a guy right on his back, and I guess that was a safety coming in from the other side. Almost got a hand on it, coming from the front side there. But really nice catch in traffic, and going to put you in a position where, you've got an opportunity to get the first down.
Well, gets all the penalty yardage back. Now back to a 2nd and 10, ball on the 28-yard line. Twins to each side. Asher the up back on the right side. Simmons alone in the backfield. 4:40 and counting left in the half. Simmons takes the snap, looking to throw. Again, looking for Reed. Ball is tipped and caught.
And then he caught the ball.
Dante Reed put on a show. He's going to fall down at the 2-yard line, but that was incredible.
What a half this young man is having. Not just on the receiving end, the punt returns. He's made some big stops on defense. This has been the Dante Reed show, and man, he's had 2 fantastic catches down around the 5 or inside the 5, and I just hope we can reward him and get 7 points on the board.
I heard dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Timeout Malvern.
Malvern going to have to use their last time out of the half, so both teams have used them all. 4:26 left in the first half. Malvern threatening, down 7-0. We'll be back after this.
Dedication, the quality of being devoted or committed to something. As a member of the Leopard Marching Band, we learn more than how to play an instrument or march. We learn the importance of responsibility and hard work. We know that every beat has a purpose, and it takes each of us to bring the music to life. We are a family. We are the sound of Clubman Stadium. We are the Malvern Leopard Marching Band, and together we bring the music to life.
Welcome you back into Robinson as Leopards are on the 2-yard line. 1st and goal in the wild Hart formation. Here is the snap. Hart going
in there,
he's going to get in. Touchdown Leopards.
Carried by number 21.
No flag on the touchdown play.
No flags. That wasn't a big enough play, Ben. Only 2 yards.
Yeah, I said at the break that we were one more big play away from with a flag on it from me making a joke about the referees taking the under. But really, really nice to cap that drive off. And
Carter Martin on to hold. Jesus Rodea on for the extra point.
You just want to remind them that they're in a football game.
Hold is down, kick is away. It's off the upright.
Claimed
and no good. With 4:23 left in the second quarter, Leopards score, but now trail by 1, 7-6. We'll be back after this.
The Leopard Pride hashtag will be used when we are bragging on the achievements of our school, students, teachers, and alumni. We are proud of our new playground here at MES.
Welcome you back into Robinson. Leopards have just scored to pull within 1, unable to convert the extra point off the right upright. That's not good in any sport.
No, you want to get the points. In most cases, I guess golf is different. You want not a lot of points, right? I guess
yeah,
you don't call them points or strokes.
But if you hit the stick and it doesn't go in golf, you're ticked too because you think, hey, that should have been a really good shot. Right, just to go in. Rodea now on to kick off for the Leopards.
That's what we should have done. We should have pulled the flag and it would have been good.
You're right. Go gadget extender. That might have dated me a little bit. Rodea's kick is going to be down to around the 25-yard line, fielded there now across the 30, 35, and fighting for yardage, going to be driven back just short of the 40. We'll give him the 39. Robinson has 4:16 left to work with and no timeouts, clinging to a 1-point lead.
Yeah, and we had mentioned the high-powered offense that Robinson has. We've been scoring a lot of points as well. I think it's maybe a little surprising. folks are probably on Fearless Friday checking the scores, and they're saying, if they've updated it, it's like 7-6 with 4 minutes left. Like, man, there's a dogfight going on at Joe T.
1st and 10. Here's the snap give to the tailback off the right side. Looking for yardage, cuts it up. Gonna pick up, looks like 3. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, C.J. Sanders playing the left end right there did a great job of moving left with the motion and with the flow and not letting that running back get outside of him. He sealed the edge, and he actually was able to come back and make the tackle right there. Great job by the defensive end.
2nd and 7, ball on the 42. Twins to each side. Gaskins looking to throw. Got a man out there. He's going to go out of bounds as he crosses the 50 down to the 49.
Simple pitch and catch, and that a lot of that is based on we're giving these outside wide receivers a lot of respect. We're giving them a big cushion, and those short hitches and those out routes, they're going to be open a lot tonight.
Will be a first down for Robinson. Ball on the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Twins to each side, bring a man in motion. Back to the left of Gaskins, looking to throw. Just out of the hands of a rushing Leopard. Going to get to the outside and pushed out of bounds short of the first down, but a good play on first down for Robinson.
Yeah, we nearly got a hand on it, but couldn't quite get a paw on there. And it's going to set up 2nd down and real short. I thought he got the first down, but it's 2nd and short.
2nd and 1. Ball on the 40-yard line. Twins to each side. Pistol formation for Robinson. Now going to bring the back up to the right of Gaskins. Here's the snap. Fakes the give to him, looking to throw. Quarterback flushed, and he's going to just throw it away, and that's going to have to be intentional grounding.
Well, it had to be that or a fumble, right?
Yeah, I think it was forward. This is we're not in Auburn, Alabama. But it will be intentional grounding, as there was no receiver in the area and it was well short of the line of scrimmage.
And you certainly understand what they're trying to do. It's 2nd down and short. You really have 2 options. You can either try to run it to get the first down, or you can try to suck them in and go over the top and get the whole thing. They tried to do that, but give credit to this defensive front. They had great pressure, got on him, and forced a intentional grounding, and now it's 3rd down in a long, long way.
And I saw my favorite sign the referee gives, which is the loss of down. 3rd and 17, Twins to each side. Gaskins looking to throw, going to have to get rid of it quick. Screen route, nice block by the official.
He's going to get the first down.
Bud Johnson was there and looked like he had a chance to make a play on it, and runs right into the black and white stripes.
Good enough for another Robinson Senator.
And a lot of times that's actually part of the design call. You know about where those officials are going to be, and
you get that extra blocker.
You can kind of use them as a blocker, and sometimes that's scheming, sometimes it's just bad luck on, if you're on the defensive side of that.
1st and 10, ball on the 35-yard line. Give is to the tailback, eludes the first guy in the backfield, still breaking tackles, and we got a flag, Ben.
Number 6.
Go figure.
And that came in really late. It came in really late. If this is a hold, then it was a totally unnecessary hold. I have a feeling this may be a little extracurricular activity.
It is a hold.
It is a hold. He held after that guy was 10, 15 yards down the field.
Well, I did see the official out of the corner of my eye, and he was reaching for the flag. He may just have missed it a few times. But nevertheless, going to back Robinson up again, as I wouldn't even want to try to dream of what the penalty yardage is against them in the first half.
Well, that would require a calculator.
Ball back to the 47-yard line. Now going to be a 1st and 22 for Robinson. 3:05 left in the first half. Robinson leads the Leopards 7-6. Going to have Twins to each side. Tailback to the left of Gaskins. Here is the snap. Gaskins looking to throw. Now tucks it back under, looks forward, gets forward, and oh man, Braylon Watson read it nicely and almost comes away with an interception.
Yeah, and we've for a lot of this game, we've actually been uncharacteristically blitzing our linebackers and actually coming in with some safeties and blitzing. We've been blitzing a lot more in this game than we typically have, and that's why those screens have been effective for them. That time we actually kind of showed blitz with the middle linebacker and a safety and then backed him out and put a guy in a zone where he didn't expect him to be, because it looked like he was going to blitz, and then he bailed out on it.
Second and 22, ball on the 47, Twins to each side. Gaskins takes the snap, looking to throw.
He's got a lot
man
of room
across the middle with a lot of room. Giving chase is Keith Carradine, and he's going to catch him. Going to be brought down as he crosses the 40. We'll give him the 37.
And this is obviously 4-down territory for Robinson.
Third and 12.
And so what we've seen out of them, I would not at all be surprised to see a run, because when they've needed big chunk plays, 7-8 yards, they've not been afraid on third down.
2.5 minutes with no timeouts, though, Ben. Got quads to the right, split left. Gaskins alone in the backfield, 3rd and 12. Here's the snap. Gaskins looking to throw, got a man, but he throws it behind him.
Sure did.
Going to bring up a big 4th down here.
So for Malvern, you got another opportunity to get off the field. And then obviously you're looking at no timeouts. I mean, first things first, let's get off the field. Let's get the stop right here. You got to feel like Robinson's going to go for it. But if they do, if they fail to convert, you don't have bad field position. You can go down the field, 60 some odd yards in 2.5 minutes.
4th and 12, ball on the 37. Twins to each side, back to the left of Gaskins. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Flushed out to his right, still looking to throw. Ball's going to be incomplete.
Beautiful defense.
Dante Reed was all over him.
And another big play by Dante Reed. I'm going to tell you, this guy is playing the game of his life. He's had some really nice games. This is the best half of football I think he's probably ever played, and he's doing it on all 3 phases of the game. He's doing it in the kicking game because he is the punter also. I mean, there's that, but also the punt returns, the big catches. That was a beautiful, beautiful pass deflection. He's definitely been the star so far for the Leopards.
Said Simmons brings the offense back out as they take over 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line. 2:11 left in the first half. No timeouts for the Leopards.
No running backs. Looks like we're going to go ahead and try to score here.
Trips right, Twins left. Simmons alone in the backfield. Here's the snap. Simmons rolling right, looking to throw. And it's going to be intercepted.
Oh.
Nice toe touch there by the Robinson player. They're going to take over at the 44-yard line. Just over 2 minutes left in the half.
Well, now Robinson's got an opportunity to put points on the board. If you can go 60 yards in 2 minutes, then you certainly can go 44 yards in 2 minutes. So the defense has got to go right back out there and make another big stop.
Now that's hindsight's 20/20 there. Nevertheless, 1st and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. Twins right, Twins left, pistol formation for Robinson. Here's the snap. Give is to the tailback. Up the middle, not a lot there. Hit by Braylon Watson first, then finished off by Bud Johnson.
Yep, and that's, we're really, we're coming off the edge with some guys. I mean, Braylon Watson, that was obviously a blitz on his part, and he's kind of playing an outside linebacker spot. We are bringing more pressure today than I have remembered us bringing at all this year.
2nd and 8, ball on the 42. Twins to each side, pistol formation for Robinson. Gaskins looking to throw, got a man across the middle, and it's almost intercepted by Jacoby Hart.
Woo! And that would have been another big play. He certainly had a chance at it.
With
had
a lot of green.
Both hands on the ball, but kind of had that other player right underneath him.
Had a lot of green in front of him, too, if he's able to secure that.
So just a minute and a half, and if you're Robinson, you don't want to go incomplete, and then leave Malvern with an opportunity with about, a minute 15 to go either. So you almost wonder what they're going to try here.
3rd and 8, Twins to each side, but bring a man in motion now. Gaskins looking to throw the old classic wheel route as he's hit as he lets it go. And is going to fall incomplete.
As he throws, falls incomplete.
Going to bring up 4th and 8 for Robinson.
Yeah, they did a pretty good job of pass protection right there. And Gaskins got to know he's got to have that timer in his head that, especially against a defensive line that's been getting after him all night the way that we have, that at some point something's going to give. There's going to be a leak in the dam, and you got to get rid of the ball before that.
4th and 8, ball on the 42. Twins to each side, back to the left of Gaskins. He drops back to throw. Got a man on the outside, and it is dropped.
I believe he caught it, but I think he was out of bounds.
No, he didn't, Ben. He dropped it.
I got glasses. I apologize.
Falls incomplete. Malvern take over on down.
Nevertheless, we'll take it anyway.
If he did catch it, he would have been out of bounds, I think.
Yeah. The dead giveaway for me was both hands were flat on the ground with no ball in either one of them.
I got to go back to the eye doctor.
Leopards take over 1st and 10 on the 42. 1:22 left. Again, no timeouts. We'll see if Leopards choose to be aggressive here or if we just take it into halftime with a hard-fought first half.
Yep, we're going to go empty again.
We're going to have trips left, split right. Asher the up back on the left side. Simmons alone in the backfield.
Could be a quarterback draw.
Always an option. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Fade down the right side. Dante Reed goes up again, this time unable to make the catch.
Simmons pass intended for number 7, Dante Reed.
You just almost at this point think, Ben, if I throw it up to 7, he might come down with it.
Yeah, because he's been fighting for balls and coming down with them most of the time. You almost wonder if that was we're going to take one shot down the field, see if we can make something happen, and
if not, take it into the half.
You may run the ball here, but there's no running back. We've got an empty backfield.
Going to stay in trips left, split right. Asher the up back to the right side. Simmons alone in the backfield. 1:15 left in the half. Leopards trail by 1. Here's the snap. Simmons quarterback draw up the middle. Going to fight across the 45 down to the 46. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Leopards, and I would imagine they're not going to be in any hurry to snap this as the clock goes under 1 minute left in the first half.
Yeah, you got to think that they're probably going to try to run this with about, looks like there's going to be about 30 seconds left to go on the clock. And, if you do happen to get the first down, you can try to run up there and spike it and take a couple of shots down the field.
Just forwards.
Yeah, you want to spike, well, apparently you can spike it backwards and everything's fine now, but we'll see.
Going to stay in trips left, split right. Simmons now looking to throw, going to have pressure immediately, and he's just going to hang on to it and take the sack.
At the Malvern 37-yard line.
And I would imagine
that's going to be the last play of the half, though.
That was kind of like what you said. If there's something there and it's open, throw it. If not, you just kind of eat it and take the result.
From Malvern's perspective, I mean, when you know you're as short-handed as you are, especially up front on the offensive line, and you're going to go in at half 7-6, you're going to get the ball to start the half. You feel pretty good. You feel like you exceeded expectations. You're still in it. Great opportunity to have a good drive on the first drive of the next half and see if you can't take a lead.
Oh, absolutely. You start with a 4th down stop on the 1 yard line. Then Robinson gets their touchdown. Then we get the ball down, to the 10-yard line. Look like we're going to put it in and have a turnover there, but keep fighting and go down and put our touchdown in. Just, unable to convert the extra point. But you got to be thrilled with a 7-6 halftime score against an opponent like Robinson. And I look forward to seeing what the second half adjustments are, and we'll be back to bring it to you after a few words from our sponsors. It's 7-6. Robinson leads Malvern. Malvern will receive the second half kickoff. Looks like we got Keith Carradine, Dante Reed, and Dalen Ross back deep to receive for the Leopards.
Deep for Malvern.
Yeah, you'd like to get a nice return just to kind of set the tone, give yourself decent field position.
Dalen Ross.
To start the half, and you'd like to, even if you don't score on the first drive, you'd like to put together 2 or 3 first downs.
And win the battle of field position.
Yeah, you'd like to get started because we started on the wrong foot, obviously, in the first half because our first drive was from inside the 1 yard line. That
never a good thing.
That makes
it was good defensively.
Makes it about as difficult as it can be.
As we are set to begin the second half, Robinson has it teed off, and they're getting ready to kick things off here. And kick is away. It's a good one. Going to be fielded by Dalen Ross around the 12-yard line. He's over the 15, over the 20, makes a man miss. Now to the 25, the 30, down to around the 32-yard line. Malvern will take over from there, 1st and 10.
Nice little return. Now it's time for the offense to come out and see what adjustments were made at halftime. I think, for us, if you look at those stats and, Said had 8 rushes, and I think the rest of the team had maybe just a couple, 2 or 3, not very many. And,
not a lot.
And a lot of those rushes by Said were actually designed passes where he decided to take off. So, that's not even all called rushing plays.
1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. Trips left, split right. Asher the up back on the right side. Simmons takes the snap, looking to throw. Now having to try to avoid a man. Not going to be able to do so. He's going to be sacked on 1st down.
7-yard line.
Yeah, we like to talk about how athletic our defensive front is. Pulaski Robinson's really athletic as well, and the right end just blew by and was nearly untouched.
27-yard line.
And even if you're trying to throw on 3-step drops and you're trying to get the ball out immediately, if you don't touch that right end, it's going to be trouble.
2nd and 14, ball on the 28. Trips left, split right. Asher the up back on the left side. Simmons flush from the pocket.
He's got a lot of room
to run. Across the 35, slides around the 40-yard line. Going to be about 2 yards short of the 1st down, but it will be 3rd and short.
Yeah, and we're actually seeing Cedric slide a little bit. I think Coach Plumlee may have had a conversation with him about longevity and trying to make it through the year. And
easily could have had the 1st down there if he would have wanted it,
but this is really the first time we've seen Ced take multiple slides, in a football game, and when you got a guy that's that dynamic, you want to make sure that he stays upright for the rest of the year.
You think Coach Knight and Coach Ballesteri's interest was peaked? It looked like a pretty good form on that baseball slide there.
Yeah.
Twins to each side. Simmons going to take it himself up the middle, pushing the pile. He's going to be close to the 1st down.
It really will depend on that spot. And if they put it right over the 42, it'll be a 1st down.
If you believe Bud Johnson, it's a 1st down.
And they may have to measure that, depending if that's where they're going to put it.
Well, interestingly enough, instead of spiking it, he threw the ball over to Robinson's sideline. Not really sure what the play was there.
Because, first of all, that's our football. That's a Malvern Leopard football.
I think he was trying to throw it to the far official who says he had the spot. Where they're going to measure from there, but that looked awful peculiar for a second.
It just wasn't very close to the guy he was trying to throw to, I guess. But
no, and when you're rewatching this, the spot on the Malvern side was a lot more favorable than the spot on the Robinson side, and they went with the spot on the Robinson side.
And I can't see the ball. I got an official right now.
I can't either. It's going to be close. 1st down. 1st down, Leopards. They keep the drive alive.
Simmons gains enough yardage for the Malvern 1st down. 1st and 10 Leopards at their own 42.
Ball going to be at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 from there.
So a really good start, obviously. You wanted to start with, getting a 1st down, move the sticks. And
overcoming a negative play on 1st down.
Sure did. And, you can just tell we're doing everything we can to kind of keep those offensive linemen from having to do too much. And, right there, Ced just caught it. And, he just quickly lowered his shoulder and just headed forward.
Now we got to move the chains.
Well, I don't know. First and none would be real easy to get.
Going to be 1st and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line. Trips to the left, Twins right. Simmons alone in the backfield. Brings Asher in motion to the right side. Here's the snap. Simmons rolling right. Got a man out there. Caught by Reed. Going to be across the 45 where he's cut down at the 43-yard line.
And that was just a little pass and catch, real short, and then you let Dante kind of make the rest of it with his legs, and he was able to actually move towards the middle. So many wide receivers, when they catch that, they want to wheel around to the outside. But Dante did the right thing, took it back towards the middle of the field, and was able to pick up enough yards with his legs to get the 1st down.
1st and 10 from the Leopards. Ball on the 43-yard line. Going to come to the line. Trips left, split right. Asher the up back on the left side. Simmons alone in the backfield. 10:05 left in the third quarter. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to run. Not going to be a lot there. Looks like he's going to lose a couple.
Yeah, and they are really they're really coming after him. They have all day. I mean, they've brought, not just pressure off the edges, but in the first half they blitzed real heavy with the inside linebackers. Right now, that's probably not necessary because they're getting really good pressure with their defensive ends, and if you're going to get that kind of pressure with your defensive line, blitzing the linebackers is just opening yourself up for a big play over the middle.
2nd and 12, ball on the 45-yard line. Trips left, split right. Asher the up back on the left side. Simmons alone. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Now going to be flushed out to the right. Avoids the first man. Now going to get forward and have some room. Across the 40 and out of bounds. They're going to give him the, looks like 37-yard line. Makes it 3rd and manageable.
And that's pure athleticism. I mean, that should have been a sack. Really nice upper body strength to shed the guy off the top of him, and then the speed with the legs to get to the outside, cut the corner, and give yourself an opportunity to make 3rd down.
3rd and 4, ball on the 37-yard line. In the area where you likely think you have 2 more downs to pick up this 4 yards.
We've really struggled running the football, though. I would not be at all surprised to see us put in the air a couple of times and try to get it that way.
Twins to each side. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw, and it is everybody in the backfield. Lays it out for Carter Martin just outside of his reach. Actually, I believe that might have been Braxton Allen.
Can't really see a number, but you just
oh, it is Carter Martin, isn't it?
You just know that
I was right the first time. Trust your instincts.
You just know that we've really been struggling to run the football, and in normal situations against most opponents, we would run the football right there, but we've struggled so much. You feel like you got a better chance of getting the first down thrown it a couple of times.
Going to have stacked Twins to each side. This is 4th and 4 from the 37-yard line.
Got him.
Ooh, got Robinson to jump, and that will give Malvern a first down.
That's the other way to get a first down.
As he is theatrical about it.
And, once again, penalties have really hurt Robinson, and it's been the big penalties that are going to really show up, I think, the big when they've had holdings and blocks in the backs, all kind of things going on after they've broken a big run. But that right there hurts. I mean, when you got 4th and 4, you got a chance to get off the field, and then you jump off sides and give said Simmons an opportunity to score. That's a mistake.
1st and 10, ball on the 32. Twins to each side. Simmons takes the snap, looking to throw again. Got an out route to Carter Martin. He will get it and get out of bounds around the 25, but we do have a flag in the area of hold. And it will be holding on the Leopards.
And that's, you got a young offensive line, but it's real frustrating from a coaching perspective because you know the ball's coming out fast, and you feel like you should be able to block bang, bang without having to grab. But one thing that we've noticed out of these Senator defensive linemen is that they are real fast. And sometimes you feel like you got to grab to protect your quarterback.
That was the issue coming in. Malvern with a whole lot of new faces on the offensive line. Just under 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Leopards still trail by 1. Looking at a 1st and 21. Twins to each side. Asher the up back on the right side. Simmons alone in the backfield. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to throw. Again, immediate pressure, and he's going to be hit and dropped for a loss. Right now, they're just pinning the ears back, Ben, and coming after him.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't even have time right now to catch and release. I mean, it's like a
initial tackle by number 6.
Can't even catch a small bass right now. You can't even catch and release, man. We got to give him time to catch and set his feet, and right now he doesn't even have time to do that. And now you're looking at 2nd and long.
27 for Malvern at the Senator.
You're just trying to.
I'm gonna have to do some noodling and pull a catfish out of a hole bare hand.
You're just trying to make it easier on the punter at this point.
Gonna bring Asher in motion. Gonna be trips left, Twins right. Rolling left is Simmons looking to throw. Ball is knocked down. Or it's now going to be 3rd and 27 from the 49-yard line.
And that's really about, if Robinson's going to get that much pressure, even when we just, are just trying to catch, set, and throw, and if we can't even do that, then we're going to have to get set outside the pocket. That's going to be the only way we're going to move the football. And the problem is that really limits what you can do in the passing game, because if you're moving your quarterback to the left or to the right, all the routes have to be to that same area of the field, because, you know, if you got a guy moving one direction, you can't expect him to throw it all the way back across the field.
Twins to each side. Asher the up back on the left side. Don't be surprised if we don't see a deep shot here. Simmons, well, looks like a miscommunication there as Reed was breaking towards the post and Simmons threw more of a fade.
Yep, and you know, we were in a position where you felt like it was 4-down territory, but we penaltied ourselves and got ourselves sacked back into a position where you know, you're obviously not going to go for 4th and 27 in midfield. You're going to punt that one away, and
another drive killed by penalties. This time just happened to be the Leopards. Dante Reed on to punt for Malvern. It is 4th and 27. Ball on the 49-yard line. Just over 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Reed's punt is a low one. Bounds in the 30. Takes a Malvern bounce all the way down to the 20 where it's fielded there. Going to try to take it across to the right side. Got a lot of room over there. He crosses the 50, the 45, the 40, and runs out of bounds, but a big return by Robinson.
Yeah, and that was just, you know, not our best attempt at coverage. I mean, we were just kind of, we had guys running.
There was no contained man over there on the left side. Oh, we have another flag. I don't see it. Oh, it's all back all the way on the 20.
20-yard line. What would that be?
I don't know. Looked like Coach Plumley might have been clapping. Or we may have, you know, that may be a sideline warning with the official running down the sideline. You see that a lot on punts. I believe it is a sideline warning on Malvern. Official runs down the sideline, and just there's times where people don't get out of the way.
Yep, so, you know, here's, you know, Robinson's got an opportunity because this is great field position. You know, we certainly, when we had the ball down there inside their 30, we didn't expect them to start their first drive here.
1st and 10 Robinson.
On the wrong side of the 50.
38.
Ball on the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for Robinson. Got twins to each side. Tailback to the right of Gaskins.
We're showing pressure up the middle. Now we're backing out.
Here's the snap. Give is the tailback up the middle.
Number 29,
going to get,
Cersei on the carry.
Looks like the 35-yard line, gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for Robinson.
Yeah, you can see it's kind of a chess match. Both defenses are showing pressure, backing out, and sometimes they don't show pressure and they bring it. And, you know, now it's just a matter of a little bit of gamesmanship, and the coaches are trying to move the chess pieces around.
The Rock's not a fan. He said, just bring it. Twins to each side. Fakes the give to the tailback. Quick screen out to the receiver. Looks like he's going to get forward and get down to just short of the 25. They may give him the 25. Will be a first down for Robinson.
And basically what Robinson did right there is throw it out there in space, let their athletes take it from there, and they've got the athletes to pull that off for sure.
Twins to each side, pistol formation, back behind Gaskins. Here's the snap. Gaskins looking to throw again. Steps up, got a man over the middle, and it's off the fingertips, incomplete. Had a lot of drops tonight, Ben.
Yeah, and that one should have been caught. I think, you know, probably didn't have to put so much, you know, hot sauce on that one because, you know, if he, you know, I don't want to say you can lay it in there real easy, but if you throw a little easier ball, he probably catches that and goes right on into the end zone.
Well, you forget about the curveball, Ricky. Give him the heater. Here's the snap. Give is the tailback, met by Charles Sanders immediately, and he's going to lose a yard.
Number 29, Cersei on the carry.
You know, really the defensive ends for both teams have really kind of dominated the game and prevented a lot of points from being on the board because they have, you know, either provided a lot of pressure against the quarterbacks. We've seen a lot of sacks tonight. Or in that case, you have, you know, Charles Sanders just running right down the line and taking it back from behind.
Twins to each side, pistol formation.
Yep.
Malvern jumps, and it will be a free 5 yards for Robinson.
Dead ball foul offside.
That's real easy to do when you smell blood. You know, you feel like you've had some success.
3rd and 6.
You know, with the pressure and
Malvern 21-yard line.
you just kind of get to where you get addicted to it. and you want to keep hitting, you want to keep getting in the backfield, and sometimes you'll bite on that and jump early.
3rd and 6 now. Here's the snap. Fakes the give. Quick pass out, and another drop by Robinson. Going to bring up a 4th and 6.
Gaston's pass intended for number 3.
Yeah, that ball definitely should have been caught. There's no question about that one, and probably would have had enough room to pick up the first down. Malvern pretty fortunate on that particular play.
4th and 6. Ball is on the 21-yard line. Robinson will go for it. Twins to each side. Going to be in the pistol formation again, back behind Gaskins. Here's the snap. Gaskins looking to throw. Got a man out there. It's complete. Makes a man miss and brought out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Had a chance to make the stop short of the first down, but a nice open field move.
Yep, it's a good athlete making a move in space. And, that was one where we didn't get the pressure. The quarterback had time to set and kind of survey and ended up, I don't know if that was the back coming all the way back around.
Give it to the tailback off the right side. Fights forward across the 5-yard line. Going to give him the 4, where it'll be 2nd and goal.
And you kind of hope this is going to be reminiscent of the first drive that Robinson had in the first half, where they drove down the field, got inside the 5, and we kind of bowed our neck and made a stop.
I'd take it. 2nd and goal, ball at the 4. Twins right, split left, back to each side of Gaskins. Here's the snap. Give is to the back off the left side. Had a chance to get him in the backfield, unable to bring him down. Going to get forward down to the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from there.
Yeah, we actually had a chance to, get him around the 10. And again, you're dealing with a lot of athletes on the Robinson skill player side, and they're not just fast. They're big, strong kids, and if you don't get a good grip on them, they'll bounce right off of you.
Twins right, split left, back to each side of Gaskins. He's going to go under center. Here's the snap, quarterback sneak. He drives the pile, but he's not going to get it, and he is belly to back suplex short. They're going to give him the 1-yard line, where it'll be 4th and 1, and it is eerily similar, as Ben said, to the beginning of the first half.
Now you're just hoping for the same result, and Malvern's probably going to sell out right here. They're going to blitz everybody, I would imagine, and so if you're Robinson, if you run it up the middle, you're going to run right into the teeth of us probably, and if you
timeout for Robinson. That is
Robinson's going to take their first time out of the second half and talk about it. We'll be back after this.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
Welcome you back into Robinson as they face a 4th and goal from the 1-yard line.
If you're Robinson, do you dare try to throw over the, just kind of play action or run wide?
They're going to run some form of their wildcat as the quarterback is split out wide. Here is the snap. Going to go right up the middle, and he's initially stopped, but he gets forward and picks up the touchdown for Robinson.
Touchdown brought to you by Chris Johnson.
So they quit messing around, and they said we're going to direct snap to somebody with some strength, power, and speed. And it looked like that initially we were able to stop him short of the goal line, and then their offensive line, big, strong, powerful kids, they just kept driving, and the surge took them across.
On for the extra point. Snap a little high but fielded. Ball is away. And the kick is good. With 4:58 left in the third quarter, Robinson leads the Leopards 14-6. We'll be back after this.
The Leopard Pride hashtag will be used when we are bragging on the achievements of our school, students, teachers, and alumni. We are proud of our new playground here at MUS.
Welcome you back to Robinson as they just punched it in to make it 14-6, leading the Leopards by 8. 4:58 left in the third quarter. Leopards have Keith Carradine, Dalen Ross, and Dante Reed back deep to receive as we are cranking that Soldier Boy.
Yeah, that's what we need right now, huh?
We need a song back from when I was in high school.
Pleasant Grove Baptist Church.
What we really need is we need a nice return, get some good field position, and then we need to score. I mean, I think we.
Number 7, Dante.
I'm not going to say that it's a. Ball game is going to be determined by whether or not we answered, but if we do answer, it's just a kind of an adrenaline boost and
keeps the momentum
from swinging wildly.
Kick is away. Going to be a good one, fielded at the 10-yard line by Carradine. Going to crawl across the 15, the 20, 25. He's got a lot of room. Carradine now in a foot race at the 40, 45, 50, and awful close to a horse collar tackle as he gets down to the 40-yard line.
Well, step one complete. Get a good return. Now you got the offense in a good position. You got a little momentum here because everybody loves a good return. Certainly got one. We kind of know what the formula is going to have to be, I think. It's going to have to be really fast release passes, getting set out of the pocket. Maybe a couple of quarterback draws just to keep them honest, but, I don't see us going heavy run anytime soon.
1st and 10, ball on the 40. Twins to each side. Tailback to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Fakes the give to Hart. Now looking to throw. Got Dante Reed on a little 5-yard stick. He's going to be drug out of bounds around the 36-yard line. Actually, they're going to say 37.
Yeah, not the most favorable spot we could have gotten.
I don't think so.
I think maybe forward progress probably was closer to the 36 right there, but pitch and catch, and right now they're giving so much cushion. You want them to kind of sneak in so you have a chance to throw deep. We got one guy on 2 receivers over here.
2nd and 7, Twins to each side. Simmons fakes the give. Now ball batted up in the air. Carter Martin almost goes and gets it, but it'll fall incomplete. That was deflected at the line.
3rd and 7 for Malvern.
Yeah, I think we missed an opportunity to throw deep on the left side right here. We had one guy kind of on a wheel route, and the corner stayed on that front wide receiver, but I think it was Hollister, was running a wheel deep down the left side, and nobody was going with him. McAllister, that's the one.
I was like, Cody? Hollister? 3rd and 7, ball on the 37-yard line. Trips left. Asher moves over to the right side. Hart to the left of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons rolling left. Looking to throw. Has to avoid a man. Unable to avoid the second. He's going to be hit and sacked.
And he was hit pretty good.
Simmons scrambled.
There's just there's not a lot of places to go. I mean, and one of the things that Ced's going to have to understand against this defense is, once you kind of make a decision and you set a path, you cannot really deviate from that path because the guys are coming and they're coming in a hurry.
I think we're going to run the clock all the way down and take a timeout and discuss what we want to do. Malvern's facing a 4th and 14, ball on the 44-yard line. You can either go for it or try to pin them deep and play the field position game. But we're going to take a timeout and talk about it, and we're going to take it with them. So with 3:45 left in the 3rd quarter, Leopards trail 14-6. We'll be back after this.
For all the times you multitask, Malvern National Bank has technology to make banking easier. When you need to transfer travel money into your account while on the go. When you need to pay your friends back for lunch. When you need to check the balance on your account. When you need to locate the nearest branch or ATM. Or when you need to deposit a check and don't have time to go to the bank. Simple to use website tools and apps at your fingertips. To find out more, visit mnbbank.com.
Welcome you back into Robinson as they lead the Leopards 14-6. 3:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Malvern facing a 4th and 14. And it looks like the punt team is coming out.
And I think that's probably the right decision. Your defense has been playing great. You would hopefully not be giving them a big punt return again. But if you can kind of pin them back, and if they start inside the 20-yard line, you feel like your defense has shown that we can get a stop in there somewhere.
If I'm Dante, I'm trying to cough and corner this one. And it looks like that's what he tried to do, but it came off the side of his foot and goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Well, that's better than the 41.
Well, yeah. It looked like he was trying to coffin corner, and it just came off the side of his foot a little bit.
But, 70 yards. The defense has played really, really well. You feel pretty comfortable about where they are. You're in a position now because actually, we've ticked off quite a bit of time here. We've only got 3:39 left in the third quarter.
And Ben, another point to this is with the amount of people that Malvern has out tonight, depth is an issue. And
sure,
these guys have not been asked to be playing, both ways all night, are now getting deep into the game, playing both ways. Twins to each side, 1st and 10 from the 30. Fakes the give. Gaskins looks to throw. He's just going to throw it away. And that should be intentional grounding as there was no receiver in the area and he had not outside the tackle box.
They're going to say number 4 was in the area.
That's
the only thing they can say.
Could not disagree more.
Oh, boy. Plumlee's going to get 15 yards.
Well, and you know what? He was wrong.
And there's a flag on the play.
And yeah, and then the
he threw that with authority.
And I tell you what,
who's Plumlee's get back man? He needs one right now.
But I tell you what, what I'm watching too. Not only that is the Robinson players react to that, and if I'm Robinson coaching staff, I'm chewing somebody out because there's no need for the way they were acting too. But that was a absolutely horrible call that there should have been a little bit of wiggle room for Coach Plumlee to argue that. And I'd be upset with that quick. That was one of the quickest unsportsmanlike penalties I've ever seen.
There was not a lot of warning for sure.
It's not like we've been warned earlier in the game either to stop. It's.
I just wonder if that referee played baseball because that was that flag covered quite a bit of ground. That was a nice technique.
He about took somebody out with it. You never like to see 15 yards, but I can't say I blame Coach Plumlee there. I probably would have warranted that as well, as that was a badly missed call.
Yeah, and you got these kids out there, fighting their guts out, and you want to support them any way you can, and your defensive end makes a good play, causes a quarterback to throw it. You want to get the flag, and you don't get the.
Well, sometimes that fires up the fans or the players though. They see their coaches fighting for him. He's not giving up, so we'll see what happens here. Bring a corner blitz, and Gaskins is going to take a big hit.
Yep. What you just mentioned may be it because defense looks like they got a little extra pep in their step right there. And
45-yard line.
Who was that? Was that Watson?
I believe that was Watson
that came in off the edge from the outside linebacker spot, and he just
a bit of a silencer to the crowd, and
he got every bit of the quarterback right there.
The reactions from the players as well.
And you could see it coming. That's the thing. We got a great vantage point, but it was very obvious that the quarterback was going to take a shot.
2nd and 10, ball on the 45. Twins to each side. Pistol formation for Robinson. Here's the snap. Gaskins looking to throw. Going to be dropped again.
Boy, Robinson is going to really look back at the mistakes that they've made in here and think that this lead should be bigger than it is between the penalties and the drops. They've really shot themselves in the foot, but that's part of our defense understanding that. We know that if we can just make them go down the field at some point, they'll probably make a mistake.
3rd and 10, Twins to each side. Ball on the 45, back to the right of Gaskins. Looking to throw. Carradine's coming quick. They got a man though. And he's going to be drug out of bounds just past the line or the yard to gain. It will be a first down for Robinson.
Sometimes you got to give credit where credit is due. The quarterback stood in there and made a big-time throw with the linebacker coming right down the chute.
Carradine was right in his face.
And despite that, he made just a absolutely beautiful throw.
1st and 10, Robinson.
1st and 10 for Robinson. Ball on the 44. Twins to each side. Fakes the give to the tailback. Goes through the hands of Carradine. Almost intercepted there.
There was a lot of traffic in there. A ton of traffic.
Carradine's a little bit gimped. Looks like he's going to have to come out.
Now, and that big guy that looks like a left tackle, was standing on the 40 when that ball hit the ground. So I'm not saying he was downfield. I'm just saying he was downfield.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. 2nd and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. Twins to each side, pistol formation. Give this to the tailback off the left side. Got a little bit of room to run as he lowers the hit on Dante Reed, and he's going to pick up enough for the first down.
11 yards, good enough for another. Robinson Senator.
These Robinson running backs, they get north and south in a hurry.
1st and 10,
and if you take a bad angle,
33-yard line.
It's going to be a bad day for you.
1st and 10, ball on the 33. Give is the tailback up the middle. He's running hard, but he's going to fall backwards as that Leopard line pushes him back.
Yeah, right into the teeth. We know where Robinson's had a lot of success running is, off tackle and running wide against us. They've had some success there, but running up into the middle of that defense is really all year. We've done well, inside those inside the tackle box. We've played really, really strong run defense, and tonight's no exception.
Twins to each side, back to the right of Gaskins. Going to be 2nd and 7, ball on the 30-yard line. Here is the snap. Gaskins looks to throw, pumps once. Going to miss a hold there, but another flag flies, and what's probably going to be a hold on Malvern, I assume. But we missed a hold there on Morehouse as he was coming after the quarterback.
Intended for number 84, Desmond Wilkins.
Yeah, just missed him again, and again you could probably chalk that up to the pressure that was coming in on him. And they did call it against Malvern.
Going to call holding on Malvern.
Holding against the Leopards.
Well, this is also the point where you remember the unsportsmanlike, and officials are humans too, and sometimes it doesn't go your way after you upset them.
But, that Malvern's got to overcome. I mean, right now, you gotta get a stop.
Another Robinson Senator.
You don't want to be down 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter against a team like this. You need a.
I had stack quads there. Here's the snap. Going to go to the single out guy. Going to be incomplete.
Really, really strong coverage out there by Malik.
Malaki Relaford.
Well, that's what they're saying down here, and it got me thrown off, but. Yeah, really, really strong coverage there. For a while, it actually looked like Malik had a better shot at the ball than he did because he had inside position on the wide receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10, ball on the 20. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Stack quads to the right. Man split out to the left. Gaskins alone in the backfield. Brings a man in motion. Now going to throw out across the 20, 15. Trying to make people miss. Going to be hit. Well, he's still fighting forward now. Going to be short of the 10 down to the 11-yard line.
Desmond Wilkins, the gain of 9 on
Yep, Robinson just throwing the guys in space, letting their athletes make plays afterwards. They have not had a lot of success throwing the ball deep, and really most of their money's been made running the football. They've had some really nice chunk plays running the football and throwing those short passes and letting their athletes make plays.
3rd and 1. On the 11-yard line. Twins right, split left, 2 tailbacks in the backfield. Fakes the give to one, throws out to the other. Got some room to run, just avoids being tripped up and gets into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, this is going to get bad.
Chris Johnson,
well,
your insurance, and there are flags
he went
everywhere.
He went across. He lowered the boom onto Dante Reed and then tried to showboat by going over him, and that drew the first flag that was going to be on Robinson, and then Malvern retaliated by coming and laying a pretty good lick on the receiver who drew the first flag, and now we're probably going to have offsetting penalties and hopefully no ejections.
Yeah, and here's the frustrating thing is number one, you don't want unsportsman, thing to just kind of devolve on you here, but you also you're in the middle of a 14-6 ball game. Well, now it'd be 20-6. I mean, you're still right in the middle of this thing.
Yeah.
And you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're taking yourself out of this one, and you never know how shorthanded you're going to be next week. You don't want to get anybody kicked out because they can't play next week. So.
It's a personal foul against Malvern. Personal foul.
I mean, you got to think that has to offset.
Touchdown counts.
Yeah, I mean that's clearly what the call is. Robinson earned the first one, and then Malvern came in and with a later hit and earned theirs, and It is offsetting, and the touchdown will count. Now, cooler heads need to prevail, and we need to get back to playing football.
Will kick the extra point.
Absolutely, because, you know, you're going to be down 15. You've got an entire quarter to work with. Game's not over by any means, but you cannot. You got to get your head right. You got to get your head in a position to where, you know, you got business to take care of, and that's putting points on the board.
So now, after all the excitement, we're going to try the point after. Here is the snap. Kick is away. And it is good. With 1:09 left in the third quarter, it's going to be Robinson 21, Malvern 6. We'll be back after this.
I'm Jennifer Schneigel, Malvern High School principal, and as a lifetime Leopard and a Ready myself, I think it is fantastic that our students have the opportunity to earn the Leopard Ready Scholarship. It combines our Leopard pride and the Ready spirit to help set our students up for success. Malvern High School seniors who complete the honors program or complete 6 hours of college credit while maintaining a 3.3 GPA are eligible for the Leopard Ready Scholarship.
Welcome you back into Robinson. Senators just scored again, take a 21-6 lead, 1:09 left in the third quarter. We have Malaki Asher, Keith Carradine, and I think Dante Reed back deep to receive for the Leopards. Have had some success returning kicks. Hopefully we'll get another big one here.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if they kick it to Keith again, who had a really nice return last time. Nope.
That was dangerously close to offsides there. Going to be fielded by Malaki Asher at the 25, and he's going to be taken down at the 25.
Number 4, Malaki Asher picks up the kick.
That was the side judge on our side that would have had to call it, and I don't think he likes us very much right now.
Yeah, you know, really what we need right now is we need a long, sustained drive. I think that defense needs to cool down a little bit. And, you know, we need a sustained drive, score a touchdown, give our defense a little rest.
Unfortunately, Ben, our defense is our offense tonight. Just part of 2020.
But I would say, you know, a score here certainly would go a long ways towards giving you a shot in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's in high school football, 2 scores is nothing in a quarter. So you can't give up. You got to keep fighting. First and 10, ball on the 25. Twins left, split right. Asher the up back on the right side. Here's the snap. Give is to Carradine, looking for room around the right side. Going to be hit and dropped after a gain of 1.
Tackle made by number 27.
And, you know, really, hopefully what that'll do is that'll keep them from blitzing those inside linebackers and really giving our offensive line fits. If you'll show that you're willing to run outside, those linebackers are going to have to start respecting that. And, you know, our offensive line has had a lot of trouble with just pure rush. And so if we can do anything to slow them down here in the last minute of the third quarter, that would be beneficial for sure.
Second and 9. Here's the snap. Fakes to Carradine. Now Simmons looks to throw. He's sprung out, now looking to run.
Oh.
And if we would have picked up one more block, I think Simmons would have had some room, but just unable to get it.
And, you know, really that's not any fault of when you look at it, you're wanting the wide receiver, get the block. But the problem
would have been a block in the back.
It would have been a block in the back because the corner had actually already turned and taken his motion towards the ball. And so it really just kind of leaves your wide receiver with nothing to do but go pick somebody else out.
Well, Ben, that'll do it for the third quarter. Robinson going to lead Malvern 21-6. We'll be back for the finish after this.
Horns Outdoor is ready to serve your outdoor needs at both their Hot Springs and Malvern locations. Horns carries the #1 tractor brand in the world, Mahindra, as well as tractors by Coyote, John Deere, Kubota, LT, and Massey Ferguson. For your residential lawn needs, Horns carries zero-turn mowers by Hustler and Spartan. Horn also carries a full line of outdoor power tools. For all of your outdoor needs, visit Horns at 3505 North Highway 171 in Malvern or at 3034 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Welcome you back into Robinson. Leopards trail 21-6 as they face a 3rd and 10, ball on the 25-yard line. Going to be trips to the left, split right.
Third down.
Going to be, I think, Relaford to the left of Simmons. Brings Asher in motion over to the right side. Here's the snap. Simmons rolling left now. Going to tuck it. Unable to get by the first man, going to pick up positive yardage, but it's still going to bring up a 4th down.
Boy, these linebackers can really move. I mean, that's every other team we've played this year. Every other team we've played this year says going to go for a pretty good chunk of yards right there. But this is just a different, kind of athlete that the Senators have, and they are just loaded with them. Speed is everywhere out here.
4th and 7, ball on the 28-yard line. Dante Reed comes on to punt. Still running men on late. 8 left on the play clock. Just over 11 minutes left in the game. Punt is away. Going to bound at the 45, fielded at the 40. Now gets across the 45, the 50, 45, 40. Ran out of bounds there.
Yeah, really nice return. One of the things that where you see problems with depth really, kind of pop, raise their little head is on kick coverage teams. Kickoff coverage and punt coverage because, a lot of times you're using extra linebackers. You're using, all those, a lot of bodies that can run. But if you don't have them to throw out there.
Unfortunately, that was a line drive kick right to him, too, which doesn't give the coverage team much time. Here's the snap. Gaskins looking to throw. Got a man over the middle wide open. Going to be hit by Dalen Ross and brought down around the 16-yard line.
Yeah, he was wide open there.
Brought to you by the law offices of Daniel
And, one of the few times that Gaskins had time to kind of set his feet and throw. The defensive line for us has been pretty good about getting pressure, but that was one where he had, time to sit and survey and didn't have somebody in his face.
1st and 10, ball on the 16-yard line. One receiver split out to the right, tight trips to the left. Give us the tailback off the right side. He's going to get across the 15 down to the 13-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 7 from there.
Obviously, this is now this may be a do-or-die moment for us. We may have to stop a touchdown here to have a chance because Robinson's just so good. But keep in mind, they gave up 2 touchdowns late to Nashville last week.
Twins right, twins left. Back to the right of Gaskins. Here's the snap. Looking to throw to the end zone. Carter Martin defending well as he swats it away.
Great play, great position. And then, you saw that head come around at the end, locate the ball, get his paw out there, slap it down, and did it without drawing a pass interference call.
Let the big bear get his paws on you.
That'll bring up 3rd
and 7.
It's a leopard paw.
There you go. The big leopard get his paws on you. 13-yard line. Twins right, twins left. Pistol formation. Brings a man in motion to the left side. Gonna be clearly a false start.
Yep.
False start about to have to be escorted outside of the stadium had that one not been called.
Well, we've seen the referee throw that flag pretty far. He might be able to get it up here.
The launch.
I'm serious. When he threw that thing, it looked like one of those T-shirt shooters, Pow! That thing shot out of there.
I had Superintendent Golden for physics, so, we can start talking about launch angles and 9:55 left in the game.
I wasn't smart enough for physics.
3rd and 12, ball on the 18-yard line. Here's the snap, trying to set up a screen. Read well by Sanders, just unable to get out there to him. As he's fighting tackles all the way down, going to be close to the goal line. They're going to give him the 1-yard line.
And I think now you can really start to see the fatigue start to show. I mean, that was a play that in the first quarter, that play maybe picks up 3 or 4, and we actually were in position. We get our hands on him, but you just see how tired we are trying to bring him down.
C.J. Sanders read it beautifully, just unable to get there. And we're not trying to make any excuses, and please don't take it that way, but this is a Leopard team who's without a lot of players tonight, and they're giving it all they have, but they're getting tired. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Here's the snap. Fakes the give to the tailback. Quarterback going to keep himself, and he is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Robinson.
Robinson Senator, touchdown. Brought to you by
Yep, that's one where they kind of showed motion going to their left. Our defense is right and faked the give, and quarterback just tucked it down right over the right tackle and made his way in. Interesting that they didn't just, power run that thing, because they've had some success with those backs that get north and south so fast, but worked for them.
on for the extra point. Snap's good, hold down, kick is away. And it is good with 9:08 left in the fourth quarter. Robinson leads 28-6. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett, and I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back into Robinson. Senators lead the Leopards 28-6. 9:08 left on the clock. Robinson prepares to kick off. Carradine, Reed, and Relaford back deep to receive for the Leopards. It will be Relaford at the 11-yard line. Now across the 15, across the 20. Hit, still breaking tackles and trying to get forward. Going to be hit just short of the 25. We'll give him the 24.
23-yard line.
And a couple of things to consider here. I mean, obviously you want to get out of here without injury. You know, you're still, 22 points. You can score 22 points in 9 minutes. So you got to score fast, and you just wonder, how does that happen? How do you score fast? We've had some success throwing the ball down the field with Dante Reed. Is that where you go, or do you try sprinting set out and hit, Martin on one of those little breakdown plays?
We shall see. 1st and 10, ball on the 24-yard line. Leopards have twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the right side, back to the right of Simmons. Going to hand to Relaford. Off the left side, so he's across the 30. And looks like he has enough for the first down to the 39-yard line. 34-yard line, sorry.
It comes up a little gimpy, but that was the best run of the night as far as a called run, I think. That's probably the longest rush we have. And, that's a play that we've gone to that's picked up a lot of yards in the past and got us a first down there.
1st and 10 from the Leopards, ball on the 34. Going to have twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the left side, back to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Give is to Braylon Watson off the left side. He's got a little bit of running room as he lowers his head and gets forward. Going to have enough for another first down.
When we talked about some guys going to get some snaps at positions that we've not really seen before. Braylon Watson getting some snaps at running back, and
you love seeing 34 run the ball, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And he lowered his shoulder and did number 34 proud right there.
1st and 10, ball on the 45-yard line. Leopards look over for the play. Going to have twins right, split left. Asher the up back on the left side. Watson going to stay to the right of Simmons. 7:40 left in the game. Here's the snap. Fakes the give to Watson. Now Simmons rolling left. He's going to try to tuck it and run. Going to be taken out of bounds after a short gain.
Simmons on the keeper. Pushed
Whoa.
out of bounds by number 13.
Loss.
Michael Reed.
And, that's once again, there's
A loss of 1 on the play.
these guys that the Robinson defense recovers so fast. It's really hard to hit the edge with a defense like this.
Check that, 44.
Not going to fight over 2 yards, but I didn't see a loss there. 2nd and 11. Ball on the 44-yard line. Twins right, split left. Asher going to be the up back on the right side. Braylon Watson to the right of Cedric Simmons. Here's the snap, fakes to Watson, looking to throw. Now rolling left, running out of time. Going to tuck it again.
Simmons keeps it, runs out of bounds.
And I guess he's going to get his yard back.
On the play, 3rd and 10 for Malvern from their own.
To the ball, now to the 45-yard line. Where do we 3rd and 10?
Yeah, and obviously at this point, it's clearly 4-down territory. If you're going to try to win the football game, you got to score 3 touchdowns now in 7 minutes and 15 seconds, and you can't punt the ball away anymore. So,
Ben, what did Herm Edwards say?
You play to win the game.
Hello,
but you don't have to. Knowing that it's 4-down territory, you don't have to get all 10 yards. If you get 5 or 6 right here, you put yourself in a position to pick it up on 4th down.
Twins to each side as we tried to call timeout. Not sure if they're going to grant it to us or not. Going to be a discussion. Flag flew, but I think they are going to give us the timeout. No,
Nope.
they're not. Wow.
Flag on the play, delay of game against Malvern.
Wow. Simmons called the timeout before the clock had expired.
Well, we're
but
still
I'm
going to.
I'm not even going to begin to try to get into.
We're still going to meet, I guess.
I don't know.
They've marked it. We got 25 seconds, I guess. We can powwow. Is that considered a huddle over there, though? Can we break that with more than 11 players?
Ben, I give up. Maybe they're going to come back and say that they did give us the timeout because they're not marking off the penalty yardage. Now they are marking off the penalty yardage.
That'll bring up third and 15.
Well, so it's the same situation, except now in order to get to 4th and 5 or 6, you got to get what you had to get for a first down last play.
3rd and 15, Twins to each side. Watson to the right of Simmons. Ball at the 40. Going to send Watson in motion to the right. Here's the snap. Quick screen out to Dante Reed. Looks to get forward. Going to be drug out of bounds. As he crosses the 45, we'll give him the 46.
Thrown out of bounds by number 16,
and
Grant
so
Jones.
you're going to have to go about 9.5 yards for 4th down.
4th and 9 for Malvern.
6:49 left on the clock.
And where you wanted to be was you wanted to have yourself in a position where you could run or throw. I don't know that we've accomplished that feat. I think we're pretty much going to have to put the ball in the air. We don't have, we've really struggled to run the football, and to ask to get 9 yards on the ground would be too much. We're going to have to throw this one.
Twins right, Twins left. Watson to the right of Simmons. 4th and 9, ball on the 46-yard line. Fakes to Watson, and he's going to be pressured immediately and sacked.
Simmons is sacked in the backfield by number 59.
All the way back to the 38-yard line. Robinson's going to take over from there, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and you really got to give this Robinson front seven credit. They are really, really good, and they kind of set the tone in this game, kind of like the way our defensive line did, but they had a few more weapons at their disposal on offense.
But we have a winner in the trivia
this
game.
defense has been really impressive for Robinson tonight.
It has, and a lot of heart shown by the Leopards. I mean, they were facing a tough position with people who have never played that and really hadn't had much time to practice this week, but they came out and they played hard. And that is intercepted by Carter Martin. And he's got a lot of room in front of him. He's across the 40, the 45, the 30, still going wide now. Across the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He's going to dive for it. And it's touchdown, Carter Martin. Touchdown, Leopards.
Carter Martin in return for the Malvern Leopard.
You
give him some ice cream, Ben.
You just got to wonder, what in the world is Robinson doing? What's going through their mind? You got a 3-touchdown lead, 6 minutes and some change, and you're still throwing the football. You kind of deserve that to happen. That's just the way that is. If you're throwing the football with a 3-touchdown lead with 6 minutes left, that's kind of what you get. That's the way I look at it. And we've put us right back in the game. You can score 2 touchdowns in 6.5 minutes.
Absolutely can. Rodeo will be on for the extra point, and what's got to be a tired Carter Martin will hold. What? Ashdown beat Nashville.
26-24.
26-24. How about that? That's what I just said.
Welcome to 2020. It's just the hits just keep on coming.
Rivalry game, baby. Here's the snap. Kick is away. And it is good with 6:22 left in the game. 28 Robinson, 13 Leopards. We'll be back after this.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
Welcome you back into Robinson after a huge play by Carter Martin. Pulls the Leopards back into striking distance as they trail 28-13, 6:22 left in the game.
You wonder if this is going to be an onside kick?
Rodea's kick is a high one. I believe it's going to sail out of bounds and the flags will fly.
I would have preferred the onside kick.
Yeah.
Kick it out of bounds.
You might as well, as they say.
The offsides against Malvern.
So now you wonder if you think Robinson puts it in the air again.
Well, let's see. They're up there 13 they need for tie-breaking purposes, so I don't know why you would, but...
Well, why would you when you were ahead by 22?
Style points, Ben, style points.
Style points don't win championships. Might get you on the cover of GQ magazine, but not ESPN.
The limousine riding, jet flying, Rolex wearing. Twins right, twins left, ball on 35-yard line, pistol formation as we have a stop, and it's going to be a timeout, Malvern.
Icing the quarterback right there. Well done.
Well, and ice him like my feet. We'll be back after this.
Identity, the indicating factor of who or what someone is. Every day is a new chance to discover who I am, who I will become, and what will become of my future. The moment you realize that pride plus loyalty equals success, and that it takes hard work to be the best, something magical happens. To be a Malvern Leopard is to be a scientist, an artist, an engineer, an athlete, and a leader. My identity is clear. I am a Malvern Leopard.
Leopards trail the Senators 28-13, 6:22 left in the game. Robinson has a 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and you just now we're just kind of wondering, is Robinson going to put the ball in the air again? I mean, they've got 6:22. It's only a 2-touchdown lead now. The game it really didn't have to be in doubt. Now it is back in doubt, and they almost feel like they have to get a first down or two to ice it.
They're going to come out in twins right, split left, tailback to each side of Gaskins. And we have a flag.
We got more flags today than United Nations.
Good ball, false start against the Senators. 1st and 15 for Robinson.
There's a lot of flags.
I think these refs are fans of the Big Bang Theory. Sheldon Cooper's fun with flags. That will back up Robinson. 1st and 15. Now ball on the 30. Going to stay in twins right, split left, back to each side of Gaskins. That looked like early movement again, but not called.
Did.
He's going to get full balls loose.
Man,
Malvern had a golden opportunity.
I think Robinson actually recovered anyway. But
well, they did. That's what I was saying. They had a golden opportunity to get the ball back.
I think they blew the. I thought they blew it dead, but I guess they didn't.
14.
But what have we learned about continuing action this week?
I don't know if I've learned much of anything, Ben, to be honest with you. 2nd and 14, ball on the 31. Twins to each side, back to the right of Gaskins. Here's the snap. Gaskins looks to throw. He's going to have to get rid of it quick. It's a screen. There's a lot of room.
Yep.
Going to be tripped up as he crosses the 35. We'll have enough for the first down to the 47-yard line.
It was really well set up, but they almost didn't block long enough. I mean, it was almost a sack. I mean, it was very near to a sack. And
Gaskins has paid the price for a few of those screens.
Yeah, give that kid credit. I mean, he's played tough. He's been knocked around today, and he's still delivering some strikes.
Looking to throw again, Ben, as they got an in route, and it's caught across the 40, across the 35, still spinning, gets away. Now across the 20, the 15, the 10, 5, and touchdown Robinson.
Evades a couple tacklers, runs in the end zone. Touchdown sponsored by Chris Johnson and Farm.
And that's going to make it 34-13.
Touchdown pass of
extra point pending.
Yards.
Wonder if somebody bet the over. Trying to make sure.
To kick the extra point.
I will respectfully decline to comment. We have just over 5 minutes left. On to attack the extra point. Hold is down, kick is away. And it is good with 5:06 left. It's 35 Robinson, 13 Malvern. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett. I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back into Robinson. Coming off the Senator touchdown, score is 35-13, 5:06 left in the game. Leopards have Carradine. I believe that's Carter Martin. No, maybe Braxton Allen there. And Dante Reed back deep to receive. It is Allen. Kick is away. Going to be fielded by Allen at the 20-yard line, across the 25, now across the 30, and he will go out of bounds right around the 31-yard line. Well, he went out at the 31, but we're only going to give him the 30.
Those are all those ghost yards.
Number 5, Braxton Allen on the kickoff return out to the
And you know those officials, they don't. And not only that, we're going to spot it on the wrong side of the 30.
They're just trying to pad our
look,
stats.
Hey, look, man, we want to start it on those solid lines because that makes it easy as for us.
Right, sure.
Speaking as an official.
Sure.
Simmons leads the Leopards back out onto the field. They're going to come out twins left, split right. Asher the up back on the left side. Looks like Braylon Watson to the left of Simmons. 1st and 10, ball on the 30. Here's the snap. Give is to Watson. Not a lot of room there. Fights off the first man and gets forward down to around the 34-yard line.
Really nice second effort. He very easily could have been tackled at or right behind the line of scrimmage and was able to keep his balance and then kind of lunge forward and ended up picking up 4 yards.
Play by number 27, Ashton Williams.
As he will get a break and Carradine comes in to spell him. 4:36 and counting left in this ball game. Twins left, split right. Well, we'll go ahead and call it trips left, split right. Carradine to the right of Simmons. Here's the snap. Give is to Carradine off the left side. He spins, and he's going to get forward enough for a first down. Still moving the pile. He's moving the entire Robinson defense forwards.
Number 11, Keith.
Going to get all the way down to the 46-yard line. Big run by Carradine.
Nice run by Carradine, and it goes to one of the comments that you mentioned before about how much heart this team's playing with. I mean, here we are, you know, behind 35-13, 4 minutes left in the ball game, and we still got guys that are chugging for every single yard and, you know, fighting off through an entire. I mean, if you will run through a bunch of senators with congressional ratings as low as it is, you know, you've got tons of heart.
Leopards trying to drain the swamp. Here's the snap. Give is to Carradine. Up the middle, got a little bit of room, but it closes quickly. Going to get 5, looks like. Down to the 42. And they keep saying Carradine, and I just want to go down and badly ask the guy, do you dean at dinner or do you dine at dinner? I mean, it's really not hard. It's D-I-N-E to finish it. Wow.
Yeah, and, you know, and he's had a nice little, you know, set of carries here on this possession, and you wonder if, you know, you might just keep feeding it to him and try to run the clock out, maybe punch one in at the end.
He's got to keep deaning.
Oh.
Not a lot of room there for Carradine.
Handoff hit immediately. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play. Bring up 3rd and 8 from Malvern.
Going to be 3rd and 8.
45-yard line.
Back to the 45-yard line as Watson comes back in for Carradine.
Fuller Hughes.
Yep. And I don't know who that's going to be on. Let's see.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
About 40 feet into the air.
See, even the PA guy's talking about the arm strength of these officials.
He just launched up in the air. That was not near as impressive as the one that was launched for distance. Is there a referee Olympics? I think we got some competitors here.
A referee triathlon.
Most flags in a game, longest flag ever thrown, highest flag ever thrown. Most flags thrown on one play.
Including hats. Seen that.
You got to love the headwear. 3rd and 8. Simmons looking to throw. Out to Watson. Oh, my gosh. He's hit high, and it's going to be a loss on the play.
Yeah, that play just never looked right. That play just, I don't know exactly, if we weren't on the same page right there, but Watson looked a little confused to get it that early.
Michael Reed.
1:55 and counting left on the clock. Going to be 4th and 17 for the Leopards. Ball back on the 46-yard line.
4th and 17 for the Leopards from their own 46-yard line.
Looks like Simmons might try his hand at punting this one.
They're going to send somebody deep finally. And we moved.
No, it's a delay of game, Ben.
Oh, is it?
Dead ball delay game against
looked like some of our linemen were.
Well, we tried to sneak Seth Stewart out there late.
A little too late.
I don't know if we were really trying to sneak him out there, but if they wouldn't have seen it, could have been a big play. 4th and 22. Clock still running. We'll take that. Simmons on to punt. Punt is away.
Not bad.
It's not bad. Fielded. Oh, no, going to be dropped at the 25. Still bouncing around. And he's going to not be able to get the corner from Watson. Going to be taken down at the 40-yard line.
Nice shoestring tackle there. That probably saved us another 15 yards on the end of it. And
should be most likely a couple kneel downs away from the ending of this game. But
1st and 10, Robinson.
The way tonight has gone and this year has gone, I would not count on anything.
A reminder, please.
No, you certainly hope that's the case. Just trying to
fans,
get out of here and hope everybody drives home safely. And we'll get we won't get an injury report, but hopefully, we came out of this relatively unscathed. Come back fighting next Friday night.
Ball on the 40, 1st and 10, 1:11 left. It's going to be a fumble and dove on by the quarterback. They were going to run a play. Maybe that's the nod you need there to say, hey, maybe we should just take the knee.
By number 10, Jack Cleveland.
Yeah, you would think.
Be a loss of 7 on the play. Bring up
maybe they haven't practiced that play. The take a knee.
The good old, I thought you were going to say the good old handoff. 47 and counting, 2nd and 17. Here's the snap. Give this to the tailback up the middle. Going to be brought down by Carradine. Wait, no, ball is loose again. Leopards have it.
Number 21, Anthony Freeman on the carry.
And another flag flies.
And I'm really confused at what's going on at this point. I don't understand.
Yeah.
All of this could have been prevented by taking a knee.
Yes, it could have.
Bauxite, 7 p.m.
Yes, it could have.
Bauxite, another.
I have a feeling that flag is either going to go against Malvern or be offsetting, depending on who started it.
I thought you were going to say either against Malvern or against Robinson. I was like,
yes, that's usually how that works.
I guarantee you that it'll be against one of them.
That is usually how that works, isn't it? Oh! No, yep, offsetting. I was about to be wrong, I thought, but no. You just kind of read the context clues, Ben. When there's a helmet off of a Robinson player, it's probably either going against Malvern or it was offsetting, and it was most definitely offsetting. 24 seconds left in this game. Leopards got twins left, split right. Asher the up back on the left side. Watson to the left of Simmons. Give is to Watson. Looking to run. Going to get across the 30, across the 25, and brought down out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Yeah. Of course, next week we're at home.
It will be homecoming.
Homecoming against Fountain Lake.
About 9.5 on the play.
Obviously, if you can get tickets and be there, we would love for you to be there to support us. Support these kids if you can. Listen to us next week.
They played shorthanded tonight, and they played their hearts out against the best of the best from this conference, and they really gave Robinson a good shot tonight, and they deserve for you to come out and support them next week at homecoming. Is that likely will be the last play of the game? Watson picks up enough for the first down. We thank you for listening, and again, please come out next week. I know you can't
And the clock has run out on the ball.
No, you can't pack the stands like normal, but let's sell out the tickets that we can and support these kids. And our final score tonight will be Robinson 35, Malvern 13. We appreciate you listening. We'll be back next week for homecoming.